All righty. Welcome. Here we go. It's funny. One of the very first chats I see is preseason watch party. Yes, Mr. D-Boy Deluxe. That's how nuts we are. That's how excited we are for this upcoming football season. We're going to do a preseason watch party. What the hell else are we doing here on a Saturday night? It is good to have you. Welcome to Damon Bruce Plus. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you choose this as your second screen option all season long. We'll be doing live watch parties during 49ers games, and hopefully there's plenty to party about. We are, as always, brought to you. Oh, I got to get my weatherman pointy finger down right here by our good friend Ike of Ike Sandwiches. Man, oh man, we got something absolutely delicious for you waiting at each and every single Ike's location. And the good news is there are more of them every single time I look up. Hopefully they'll be coming one to you, no matter where you live, even if where you live is all the way out in, say, Idaho. 10 Devils 33. Hello from beautiful northern Idaho. Thank you very much for tuning in all the way from out there. She says, my only way to follow this game is I haven't decided NFL for radio. Sans Papa. Oh, I know. I'm thinking of Greg Papa today, too. I'm also really rooting for my friend Guy Haberman to have a hell of a call. He's doing the game local TV, KPIX. He's been brought in to fill in Greg Papa's substantial shoes. As always, thoughts and prayers for Greg Papa. Hopefully he recovers from this cancer battle very soon. And in the meantime, I can tell you that my friend Guy Haberman is the perfect guy to get you through the Greg Papa absence. And we'll see whether or not Guy's time with the team extends into the regular season. If he's brought over to do radio, only time will tell. But all thoughts with Greg, as always. It is good to see you. Thank you so much. We got B. Lorne, everybody. Great day to be a 49er fan. And as you can see, the enthusiasm's out there. Niners by 1 million. I mean, if you can win a preseason game by 1 million, they'll be talking about you for a while. Just to prove that we're already in midseason form, Queso asking for that fire Kyle Shanahan. Postman knows what's up.
Maximum football!
We're getting closer to maximum football. This is minimum football. This is medium football. It's just good to have some football. And the Postman comes on in with an oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi! Thank you very much, Postman. And he's hoping for bottle pulls and ganja jars. And I tell you, as we put supers together, and if we can stack 50 of them, we'll be pulling from the bottle. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing. Again, the goal of this channel is to be at 50,000 subscribers by the bye week. I'm getting aggressive. I want 50,000 by the bye week. So if you're new here, if this is all new to you, boy, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like and subscribe and plan on being here throughout the season. Postman, thank you so much. As always, let's see. Oh my God, it is here. Allison, thank you. Thank goodness you're doing this. I was stuck with the Packers without you. Oh, God forbid. God forbid, Allison. We don't want that to happen to anybody. So we'll do our best to get you out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Stacy, she's all ready to go. Look at Stacy. Bang, bang. Here we go. Let me tell you, some things to keep an eye on tonight is obviously an offensive line that's given everybody a little bit of agita. The nice news is the guys you want to kick around won't even be out there playing tonight. No Jake Brendel tonight. He's not playing. We're not going to see Trent Williams tonight. We're not going to see all the big names tonight. No Brock, no CMC, no Kittle, no Bosa, no Warner, no Lenore, no Brendel, no Ricky Pearsall. And one surprising omission from who we're not going to see tonight, and that is Upton Stout, the rookie slot. The rookie nickel cornerback will not be playing tonight. Already getting that veteran treatment. Apparently, he is going to be on the team. Tanner Mordecai was a guy who a lot of people thought, is he going to be on the team? Well, about a week ago, he was cut to make room to bring in some defensive and offensive linemen to get them through that joint practice with the Denver Broncos ahead of this preseason game against the Denver Broncos. So Tanner Mordecai had to go to shuffle the roster. Well, guess who is back? Tanner Mordecai, and I'm guessing we're going to see him in this game. Mac Jones obviously is going to kick this game off for the 49ers in terms of playing quarterback. And we will see, oh my gosh, sitting next to Tim Ryan. Guy Haberman looks so tiny. I mean, the guy has never cut an intimidating path, an intimidating silhouette, but Guy Haberman looks Lilliputian next to Tim Ryan as we get our first look at the two of them inside the booth. But it is really good to have you here. It is really good to be back into football season. And this is, believe it or not, already our third football season here on the Plus. So again, we need to get this bad boy up to 50,000 subscribers. And I hope that if you are a 49ers fan, you know some other 49ers fans, and you're going to tell them, hey, man, check out Damon Bruce Plus. Subscribe. It's the perfect guy to be watching games with on a Sunday, on a Monday, on a Thursday, whenever they are playing. And, of course, yours truly and Larry Krueger always follow up any game day with a wake-up. Now, I don't know if Larry and I are going to be doing a wake-up tomorrow for a preseason game, but maybe back on Monday. And once the regular season starts, I can just promise you that any single time the San Francisco 49ers are playing, you're going to have a 49er Wake Up happening here on YouTube, streaming on both Kruger's and I's channels each and every day after Mondays and Fridays for sure. But it is really good to have you here. Cheers. Thank you so much for being here. Again, you got precious time to spend. The fact that you spend your precious time with me means an awful lot to me, means an awful lot to my sponsor, Ike of Ike Sandwiches. And let me tell you about our good friends at the Dubliner. Boy, if you can't be watching this live stream on YouTube, and if you're not down at Levi's Stadium tonight, hopefully you're sitting at the Dubliner in West Portal, hanging out with Kenny and John, getting ready for a little 49er preseason football. You know, what are we going to be watching tonight? What are the important things for the 49ers to get to and to get through? Well, let's just start with what they need to do in terms of getting through. They need to get through this game healthy. You know, there is no team in football that seems to be as bitten by the injury bug before a year even starts as much as the San Francisco 49ers feel like they fall under the gun. Now, maybe this is just, you know, like mental abuse, or I'm not remembering it right, but this team has dealt with an inordinate amount of odd injuries over the last few years. And a couple of them, Ricky Pearsall's, I'm going to put it in air quotes, calf injury, kind of holding out here. He's not going tonight, obviously. Just a little water, by the way. We're not rocking any coffee here at 5:30 at night. We're not doing that. But it is it's pretty exciting to see the way that this team needs to go about playing this game, because there are a lot of rookies who need seasoning in this game. Again, Upton Stout among them, but Upton Stout's already getting that veteran treatment. He's not playing. We will not see Mikael Williams after hyperextending his knee in that joint practice against the Broncos. But we will be getting Nick Martin tonight. We will be getting CJ West tonight. And I'm really interested in watching those guys. Wayne, thank you so much coming in. Wayne is with a little super, and we appreciate that very, very much. Let's see. Eat at Ike's. Indeed. Do that. Hendricks says, Tim looks like a WWE superstar. He really does. Tim Ryan's got that vibe about him, man. He always looks like he's about to throw somebody through a folding table, which, you know, I respect. Let's see here. Vernon's couch, Mr. Bruce. Vernon, it is good that you and your couch are here. We are happy to have you. Bubba Munster, the degenerates have reported. And here we go. I want you to be able to go ahead and time this live stream to the game. So when I see this ball kicked, I'm going to tell you when it is. Ball's kicked. I don't know if you got to do a little pausing over there, rewinding over there to get this all synced up, but this ball is underway, and we will go ahead and let you know that kickoff has been returned to about the 28-yard line, and the 49ers are going to be starting on offense with Mac Jones coming out. Watch Austin Pleasance tonight. Watch Austin Pleasance filling in for right tackle tonight. You know, there's been talk about his speed and how he's looked bad at times in this preseason. Hopefully he looks good tonight. Braden Willis is going to get an opportunity at tight end here tonight. We are going to see Ronnie Gage, I'm guessing, Jordan Watkins here tonight. A whole bunch of names that you're not familiar with are going to need to shine. Ball is underway, snapped. Mac Jones, a little rollout, little dump off to the left. Oh, yeah, we got Gage running with the football early on here. What do we got? No, excuse me. That is Demarcus Robinson wearing number 5. So let's get that right off the bat. But we will be seeing Gage a little bit later on. I can promise you that. And this is going to be Interesting. What do we got? About a schmedium crowd there at Levi's Stadium? That's what Levi's deserves for a preseason game, to be totally honest with you. First handoff of the night, absolutely gobbled up. I mean, the 49ers offensive line on the right side did not do its job, not even close right there. So Austin Pleasance maybe getting his first demerit of the evening, although that didn't really go through him. That right there looked like Nick Zakelj just threw an old lookout block where you turn around and basically shout, "Look out, you're about to get smoked." So that was Patrick Taylor Jr., who was starting at running back here tonight. I'm interested in seeing him. Very interested in seeing some other. Oh, wait, Maiden, we got ourselves a long pass down the left side and a catch. We've got that is whoa, hold on. Yeah, that is Jordan Watkins wearing 17. Jordan Watkins has been very impressive so far in training camp, and he catches the first ball that has come his way in a professional football game. The rookie from Ole Miss. There you go. Fought off a nice little hand checking right there, a little hand fighting, and the 49ers are in the red zone just like that. What do you know? Big play for the 49ers. Nice toss by Mac Jones. The protection was right. That's a nice little play right there. So that is good. Let's see. Already 100 people in the room. Fantastic. But only 43 likes. If this video is going to be pushed by the algorithm, I need all of you to lean out and hit that thumbs up button right now. If you would, please. Thank you so very, very much. Okay. When the supers come in, we absolutely salute them and we say thank you. Sending our love and support from SFO. It's your mom's birthday, Wayne. Well, to your mom and everyone at SFO. Have a great night. Thank you very, very much. Wayne is in charge of all security and good tidings at SFO, or bad tidings should you need them. So Wayne will come down on you with a hammer if the situation calls for it. So keep an eye on Wayne. Let's see here. So the 49ers, we're at 12:06, 12:05 on the clock, 12:04, 3, 2, 12-minute mark. 12-minute mark right there if you're trying to sync this bad boy up. Let's see what Mac Jones does on 3rd and 3. The 49ers hand the ball up the middle, and they look short. They look like they got stopped short of that first down marker. Patrick Taylor Jr. Being brought down before he got it. You know, when we talk about the things we want to see tonight, we do want to see Jake Moody get out there and play well and kick when the people are watching and it matters. But I also don't want to spend an awful lot of time kicking short field goals in a preseason football game. This is a chance to work on things. 4th and short sounds like something that I'd want to work on in a preseason game. And it looks like Mac Jones is going to be trotting out there to run a play here on 4th down, which he should. I mean, I remember years ago, when Mike Nolan was the head coach and I was doing some 49er preseason, and there was a game where he had a chance to tie it or win it by going for 2. And the guy just, sent a field goal kicker out there to tie up a preseason game. Why not work on going for 2? So Shanahan and co will be working on a little short yardage situation. We're getting our first virtual measurement from the new Hawkeye cam that we see here. And they're saying it's short by an inch. Let me tell you, there's not a lot of times where I see something introduce new technology to sports where I instantly am like, yeah, let's keep doing that. And that Hawkeye for first down is something that has to replace the chain gang, and it will this year, and we will not miss that chain gang at all. All right, first big play of the whole year. Here we go, 4th and 1. Are they going to sneak it with Mac Jones? They snuck it with Mac Jones. They tucked it right behind Nick Zakelj. First down, Niners. We'll see everybody at Super Bowl 60 in the same stadium. It's at Levi's. All right, probably getting ahead of ourselves just a little bit. Obviously, when it comes to resting starters, the 49ers are not the only team doing that tonight. This is not nearly the garnering early year Super Bowl buzz Denver Bronco defense that did an awful lot to embarrass the 49ers in that joint practice. But Hey, come out and look good against whoever you're playing is the rule in the preseason. Patrick Taylor is going to take that around the left side and into the end zone. And what do you know? Touchdown, Niners. That was pretty easy. I know that nobody's out here game planning or really scripting anything. As a matter of fact, Kyle Shanahan's not even calling plays tonight. It's going to be Kubiak calling the plays in this game. But the 49ers could not have started any better than what they just did right there, right now. Smoothly, easily move the ball against the defense, basically staying on schedule the entire way. And if Jake Moody does what he is paid to do, which he does, it is going to be 7-0 49ers. And indeed, that's where it is with 10:41 remaining in the first quarter. You can clearly see the 49ers are going to be going back to the Super Bowl. Congratulations, everybody. This is easy. I mean, you know what? We probably shouldn't even do another watch party between now and the Super Bowl. We'll just see you all again in the Super Bowl. Take care, everybody. Thank you. No. We'll hang out for a little while longer here tonight. That drive was highlighted by a huge play from Jordan Watkins. I want the yardage on that bad boy. Let me take a look at that. Go to the play-by-play. That was Jordan Watkins. 50 yards. It's a 50-yard catch and run from Jordan Watkins. So that was the big play to get the 49ers into the end zone. They convert on 4th and short, and boom, there you go. Nice start to the evening for 49ers fans. Got a lot of people probably still out on the concourse getting something to eat, getting their beer, and it's 7-0 Niners before you even get in your seat. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, no way Greenlaw plays. No. You're not going to see Dre Greenlaw out there. You're not going to see any high-leverage player basically take part in the first preseason game beyond Patrick Mahomes, who I think is going to be playing a series or two for the Kansas City Chiefs. I thought I saw that from Andy Reid earlier this week. But look, normally, there's too much of an investment in these guys to put snaps that don't matter on their body. And you can say, well, look, man, practice matters. And preseason in many ways does matter. I would agree, but I'd also be one to tell you that you are wrong, because nothing matters the minute all these preseason games are over other than how healthy are you when you go into week one. And if the 49ers aren't healthy going into week one, and look, they're just not going to be healthy going into week one based on the way that this preseason's gone, you don't want to lose anybody in a game that did not matter. An 8-play, 71-yard drive with Patrick Taylor Jr. taking it around the left side. That is the side that Jake Brendel is playing on this offensive line tonight. It's not Jake Brendel, but Spencer Burford is playing left tackle tonight for Trent Williams. And he did a really nice job sealing off that edge and making sure it was an easy jog into the end zone for Patrick Taylor Jr. So now comes what I know what I'm really interested in watching here tonight, and that is the 49ers' young defensive line. Sebastian Valdez, the undrafted rookie out of Washington. He's wearing number 55. Keep your eye on him tonight. He's got a really good shot, maybe the best undrafted rookie shot of making this team on the roster. He has been very impressive down in Santa Clara and in training camp, and I'm looking forward to seeing him here tonight. Now, Brant Boyer is brought in to clean up special teams, and on the very first kickoff coverage play of the preseason, we have a holding call, but it is against the Denver Broncos. So, Brant Boyer, you're off the hook. Congratulations. We do want to see this special teams improve dramatically from what we've seen over the last few years. I mean, there's nowhere to go but improve, because you cannot really get worse than worst in football. And that is what the 49ers special teams was last year. It was the worst in football. Even if they didn't measure the worst, they were the worst because they were a team that was supposed to do something. And obviously last year was an absolute disaster. So first snap here for the Denver Broncos. Let's see what we got. They try to take the ball around the right side, but are stuffed instantly. We're going to see who is out there on this defense tonight. D. Winters all over that play here tonight. Good to see D Winters. He is basically the heir apparent to Dre Greenlaw's snaps. We all know that. Can you watch Martin West Stout for me, please? I hate that I cannot see the game. Allison Ray, I will do my very best for you to keep an eye on all of them here tonight. Again, there's, by the way, speaking of starters not playing, Bo Nix is out there for the Denver Broncos. So this has got to be the Denver Broncos starting offensive line, you would think, too. Although I do not have that to be certain of it information. I'm not over here studying the Denver Broncos roster, and I really don't give a shit what happens to the Denver Broncos in this football game. We are here to check out the 49ers. CJ West, 2 hands in the dirt, one of his first defensive snaps. That is an incomplete pass down the left-hand side. That is Cortland Sutton, by the way. Bo Nix to Cortland Sutton. Incomplete. Darrell Luter Jr. on the coverage right there and did a really, really nice job. We will be seeing Bryce Huff tonight. We will be seeing Kalea Davis. We will be seeing CJ West. Gifford, Bethune, and Winters are your linebackers, with Winters being a guy who is tagged to be a starting linebacker. Marquise Siegel is a rookie safety starting tonight. Pinnock, who was picked up in free agency, is starting at safety here tonight as well for the 49ers on defense. So 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line, a handoff to the right side, and that is another decent tackle from the 49ers. That is Bethune who got over there. About a 6-7 yard pickup, though. Let me go to the play-by-play so I'm not guesstimating what these things are here. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Play-by-play. Play-by-play. All right, we're on it. We are on it. 3rd and 3. Can the 49ers defense get off the field right here, right now against the first-team Denver Bronco offense? This is very much a hodgepodge, a mixture of second stringers, a couple of starters, and a whole bunch of guys who probably won't even make the roster. Bo Nix was under pressure right there. It felt like that came right up the middle from CJ West and company. Bo Nix is looking for a flag. He is going to get a flag pulled on this play, but I don't know which way it is going. 3 techniques. CJ West right up the middle, man. And he opened up a lane, and through that lane came Kalea Davis. Davis put the pressure on, but this will be 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Where was the penalty? That is holding. Looked to be within 5 yards, though. Kind of a cheapie. It's preseason. All right. 1st and 10. The Broncos are now officially over the 50-yard line. Bryce Huff giving pressure, moving Bo Nix around the pocket. He rolls out to his right, completes a pass for about 8 yards. I'm going to try not to do too much play-by-play. That would piss off the NFL. All righty. 2nd and 6. 7:57, 7:56, 7:55, 7:54. Trying to sync up this broadcast with the actual game broadcast. If you're trying to watch both, 7:48, 7:47, 7:46. Ball is snapped. Ball's away. Ball's coming around the left-hand side. And that is a running back shoved out of bounds before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Sorry, I had a little glitch right there on my TV. Let's make sure I'm caught up. All right. DirecTV, you going to do me some favors here tonight? You going to be my friend? Receiver interruption. Oh, great. That's fantastic. We're back. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Bo Nix dropped back, looked to load up. He throws short of the marker, though. He throws short, Looked like Sutton got wrapped up quickly there by Bethune once again. And Sean Payton's got a decision to make here on 4th and 3. I wouldn't be surprised if he went for it, to be totally honest with you. It's a preseason game. Is he going to punt? He's going to work on punting? They're going to practice punting? Yep, Denver Broncos are going to puss out. They're going to practice punting. Junior Bergen, out of Montana, a 7th-round pick back to receive for the 49ers. We'll see whether or not this young man makes the team. Based on what he does in these punt returns will determine that. They've had Jordan Watkins, by the way. Junior Bergen. Oh my God, Junior Bergen's got this ball, and he is taking it up the left-hand side of the field, and he's got it about 45-yard line. Really nice punt return and coverage from Junior Bergen. That is among the best special teams returns we've seen out of the 49ers in the Kyle Shanahan era. Let's be totally honest. Kyle has had derelict of duty special teams since he has been here. That looked pretty good. Junior Bergen, we might not have seen the last of you at all. That was impressive. I like that. Trebor 5, let's go, D. Bruce. Not quite maximum football, but we are getting there. We are getting there. We are on our way, no doubt about it. Does Bosa have that scooter? I didn't see Bosa with the scooter. Did I miss something? No, Bosa's not hurt. He's not on a scooter or anything. Or maybe he's like putting around on a scooter around like training camp or something, but nothing to report on the scooter. Going back and forth between Damon and Guy Haberman like Mrs. Doubtfire at the restaurant. Thank you. Now, here's the thing. I actually wish I could hear Guy. First of all, I don't have to wish I could hear Guy. I know Guy's doing a great job. I know it. I've seen and watched enough Guy Haberman football play-by-play to know that he's got this. He's absolutely got this. He is fantastic. I told Guy a couple of years ago, he is 4 or 5 years away from getting an NFL crack. And, obviously with the bad news about Greg Papa, that accelerated that timeline. But I really mean it. About 4 or 5 years from now, you watch, Guy Haberman is going to get hired by Fox or CBS to be the C team or the D team on one of those networks. It's going to happen. He's doing Big Ten football as it is right now. How far away is that Big Ten network from, big football games that we're all watching? It's about as big as it gets. So get in line, Guy Haberman. Your time is going to be up, and you are going to get that call up soon, no doubt. Josh Gordon said, game muted, stream discussion on. Well, thank you very, very much. Ditch DirecTV, get YouTube TV, so much better. Drew, I'm not going to say anything bad about YouTube while I'm on YouTube, but I will say this. I think there's a latency there. I think that it's about 30 seconds behind the action at times that I've seen with DirecTV. Maybe not as dramatic. Maybe that's improved dramatically, but I'm still a DirecTV customer. Old habits die hard. Mac Jones led the 49ers offense on a touchdown drive on his very first opportunity to do so. Let's see what he does again. The Niners got great field position to start off here. Demarcus Robinson with an easy catch and run to pick up a first down and get the 49ers over midfield. Boom. Just like that. Yeah, it was a nice return by Bergen. Didn't you see that? I like that. Yeah, seeing good special teams. Jedi's like, who is this team? I know. Oh, see, now here, DirecTV, I say something nice about you, and you go freezing and glitching on me just a little bit. My DirecTV right now is having a preseason football game. Mac Jones just got sacked. Mac Jones just got sacked. It looked like Luke Farrell was beaten there. Luke Farrell does motion. No, Luke Farrell comes across for a crack block, and he did not crack block anybody. So Mac Jones sacked right there. We got a Junior Bergen greater than Candace Bergen. I don't know, man. Candace was still pretty hot when Murphy Brown was going, and that was later in life. Candace Bergen was pretty good for a while there. Oh, man, Spencer Burford just got absolutely cooked around the outside. Looked like Austin Pleasance got cooked too. That was terrible offensive line play there from the 49ers, just getting speed rushed from the outside. Oh, okay. This is driving me nuts now. I'm getting glitched out here. Yeah, Benito came in, put the pressure on. It is now 3rd and 17 for Mac Jones after back-to-back negative plays from this offensive line. I'm telling you, if you're asking what would be the fastest way against the easiest schedule in football to sink the 49ers, it would be Trent Williams gets hurt, Colton McKivitz gets hurt, and oh my God, we just saw Spencer Burford get his absolute ass kicked right there too. Wow, that was an awful, awful series for Spencer Burford playing left tackle. Don, thank you very much. I will be keeping it up. As a matter of fact, we will be doing this all regular season. Every single 49er game, we will be at it right here, and I hope you plan on being a part of it all season long. So 4th and 17, the 49ers now have to punt. And the defense should be getting decent starting field position, though. Let's see how much the Denver Broncos are going to get pinned back here. They're going to be at the 10-yard line. So they're going to have 90 yards to find end zone when the second offensive series for the Broncos gets underway. Let me try to catch up with everyone here. Let's go, Faithful. Bruce, I see that Slave 1. Nerd alert engaged. Yeah, there's a Lego Slave 1 behind right there. There it is. Yeah, there was a few years there where Jillian and I, instead of going out on New Year's Eve, and this was even before we had kids, like we just identified New Year's Eve as amateur hour. It was also like, oh, this is the cost of doing business on New Year's Eve in a bar or a restaurant also just got out of control. So we just said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get a couple really good bottles of wine. I'm going to get a couple great joints twisted up, and we are going to stay at home on New Year's Eve and do Lego projects. And that was one of them. Above me, on this shelf above me, out of the camera, there's a Lego Millennium Falcon as well. Now, I'm really not that big of a Star Wars sci-fi geek as much as I do. I like Legos. My kids like Legos. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Legos. My YouTube is 10 seconds ahead of you, Bruce. Well, here's the thing. I'm glitching over here. My DirecTV connection is doing me no favors right now, so I might have glitched out and behind about 10 seconds. Yeah, you know what? I'm catching up right here now during these commercial breaks. I just hit fast forward, and I think I got caught up. Sorry, everybody. I'm looking at a little kid wearing a Niner uniform and a set of blue headphones right there. Now here's a grandpa wearing a sparkle diamond Niner helmet, and he's got the Cholo chain on. Got to respect that, Grandpa. Like, that's a sparkly 49er diamond helmet. If those are real diamonds, this man's a multimillionaire. This guy's the guy who invented AI right here. If all that is real jewelry, if that's a real sparkly helmet, if that is a diamond encrusted everything, that's millions of dollars. I don't think it's real. Patrick Taylor, so in blitz pickup. Oh, look, all blocking was bad on that last series. All of it. Burford needs to get on the off the field, dude. He just got his ass whooped. I mean, there is no doubt about it. That's what they should call it, John. Indirect TV. Not bad. Not bad. Spencer. Dollar bills. I hear you, man. I hear you. The Millennium Falcon is the fastest ship in the galaxy. Did the Kessel run in 12 parsecs. I'll help your autocorrect right there. And just say this, early impressions of this 49ers defense. They're making their tackles. I like the tackles that I'm seeing. Marcus Siegel right there makes a nice tackle. This was a team whose tackling fundamentals betrayed them throughout last season over and over again. You get guys getting dragged down the field by running backs and wide receivers on this team. Ooh, nice corner blitz there. Hold on, I got my 49ers numerical roster right on me. And Chase Lucas came off that corner, man, and he came looking to put some stink on it. Oh, are they going to call offense? They're calling grounding. And if that's grounding in the end zone, that should be a safety, everybody. It is a safety. Let's watch this again. Watch Chase Lucas come off the edge. Oh, what a fantastic blitz by him. And that's a great call. That is a great decision from this officiating crew. Bo Nix threw that away to save his own bacon, and he threw it in the direction of the sideline. He did not think get that past the line of scrimmage, and you do that in the end zone. That is a safety. It is 9-0. 49ers, 9-0. There you go, Allison. I understand. Thank you. Allison's got to pay for her scoring updates right here. Allison, thank you so much for the super. There you go. Let me just say this. That is the Denver Broncos starting offense. This is not the 49ers starting defense. So all things considered, that's a real nice start. Now here comes Beyonce wearing a really tight white sweater and some jeans. Look at that. The boobs are so big in that tight shirt, it's actually turning what would have been a normal shirt into a halter top. Beyonce's taking her clothes off in a laundromat here in this commercial. This is the first time I've seen this commercial. She got a big bucket of change with her. She's sitting down in a plastic seat. She's wearing a Levi's hat. She's reading a newspaper. I don't know what that sold me on. I mean, was that an average? Was that for Levi's? Was that for laundromats? Was that for newspapers? Or was that just, look at Beyonce. Still got her fastball, man. Beyonce looking really good. You got tight boobs. I got Toyota summer days. Oh, I'm sorry. Beyonce's days were better. That joint practice was super meaningful, huh? Look, that joint practice was more meaningful to both coaching staffs than this game will be. I'm not here to downplay how bad the Niners looked in that practice, because that was ones-on-ones. Thank you very much. Norris forgot to type anything, but thought he'd stick $2 there in the ganja jar. Thank you very, very much. Joey is saying best commentary on commercials on YouTube. That's our selling point. You can get Niner information from a lot of content creators. Who's doing play-by-play for commercials? Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Jay. Are ads like this okay now? King of the Nerds? I hope so. I hope so. Look, I'm not trying to get political, but if Sydney Sweeney brought back boobs to advertising, I want to thank her. I want to thank the Republican Party if they're a part of that. I don't even know. Are they co-opted by her? I don't know. But boobs are back. And to me, they never left. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Did you see that blitz package? Yes, I did. I mean, you don't see a lot of blitz packages in preseason games, but Robert Saleh shot a corner blitz. He didn't give a rip. Yeah, I mean, Sweeney. Beyonce and Sweeney both have good genes. People need to shut up. They do. I mean, that's the thing. Good genes. I don't think that was like a testament to eugenics. I really don't. I think that officially was blown out of proportion. Chicago Jason, bless her. Bless them. Bless both of hers. Thank you for bringing back boobs. I'm here. Make boobs great again. Come on. This is what we're doing. Damon, you're too much. My wife tells me that all the time. All the time. All right, so Niners got the ball back here. 1st and 10. Mac Jones still in this one, still getting reps. We just saw Austin Pleasance and the left side of the San Francisco 49ers offensive line do absolutely nothing to make any room for Patrick Taylor Jr. whatsoever. Papa Roach got in there, made a nice tackle for the Denver Broncos, gained about a yard on that run. That's all Patrick Taylor Jr. got. Let's see what the 49ers got for you on 2nd and 9. We got trips right. Ooh, got to like a trips package. Oh, and a little screen to Jordan Watkins. Let's see how this goes. By the way, I just had a full-on frozen TV situation. This is going to be unacceptable if this is the way this goes all preseason long. I am glitching out up here, and this is bullshit. I got a frozen TV. I see that there's a pass to Jordan Watkins. It was incomplete. How do you throw an incomplete pass on a screen? What in God's name is going on? Before the end of this, I might have to break up with DirecTV if this nonsense keeps going on. I just got the Jordan Watkins incomplete, by the way. Damon, you've got a great head of hair, but I think Salah's bringing ball back, baby. It used to be a better head of hair. I'm starting to see the bald yarmulke there. If you stand above me, you see skin where there was not visible skin before, but I'm holding on to what I got. I'm doing nothing to retain it. But I will thank Brett for a $5 super. Legos and boobs, let's go. 3rd and 9. Mac Jones drops back, fires one down the left-hand side, and that is an interception, boys and girls. There's the Mac Jones we know and love. McMillan picked that off. Mac got picked. I'll tell you what. Damon, try resetting your box. Yes, I have. I have tried resetting that. There's a glitch down here. I don't know what is going on. He was looking to target Jordan Watkins. That's a beautiful interception, by the way. That is a beautiful interception by Denver's corner. McMillan right there. Beautiful diving catch. Cut right in front of Watkins. The ball was underthrown. Bad play for the 49ers, setting up really good field position here for the Denver Broncos. They got the ball at the 50-yard line, the 49-yard line. Just saw CJ West get pushed back there, but it took 2-3 dudes to do it. We don't have time to be resetting boxes right now. We are underway. You're not missing much? No, not missing much. Hopefully we're not here. I'm very happy to say we have almost 250 people in the room right now hanging out. Thank you so much. I'll tell you, one of the things that I was most proud of is, I've watched other games go on and comments and chats get just out of control. It feels like the people that come here are halfway decent people most of the time and are respectful of each other and seem to know a little bit more about football than just complaining about everything that happens the second that it happens. And I do appreciate that. We've built a pretty cool group over here. And if you're part of it, I'm just going to urge you to please hit that subscribe button and hit notify and be here for all of our in-game live streams all year long. I know there are other in-game live streams out there. I don't know any others that are originating from the city of San Francisco like this one is. I am more in San Francisco than the San Francisco 49ers have been in San Francisco since they moved out of Candlestick. So, I've never liked Levi's Stadium. I do hear it blinks now, though. Hooray, it blinks. So I have receiver signal interruption. Please don't please don't reset or disrupt the power supply. I got a second TV over here. I'm going to turn that one on. I'm going to keep my eye on that one too. So I'm going to be looking in both directions. Be patient. I'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Stay there. I'm still here. I'm still hanging out. I promise you. I'm just putting the game on over here too. I'm going to be back in a second. Gonna be back in a second.
Nixon was president, the imperial president.
Let's see. Turn that off. Boom, boom, boom. All right. This one freezes less over here. So I might have to watch the game like this. End of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter on this TV, I got a frozen graphic up here. Isn't that special? Isn't that great? Texas Niner. Best How about this? I don't know if it's the best content on YouTube. It's the most honest. It's the most realistic. I'll tell you when things aren't going right all over the place. See, I still got 41 seconds left up here. I'm looking at a 3rd and 5 in this game up here. God. DirecTV, I've seriously, I've about had it with you. I've about had it with you. An awning seems like a no-brainer, but there are issues with the airport being nearby for some reason. Yeah, I mean, how big of an awning would it take to interfere with like airport traffic? I don't understand that one, to be totally honest with you. But again, this stadium was the stadium that was designed to be put. Here's the thing. This stadium sucks no matter where they would have put it. But then they put it in some place that was the sunniest place in all of Northern California, basically, and they forgot to provide shade for 90% of the damn stadium. A. Espinoza. Big fans since sports phone days. Oh, those are many days ago. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. I've been rolling in me for sport. You've known me longer than I've known my wife. How about that? By the way, let's do a little play-by-play for this Volkswagen commercial here. They got Jonah from Veep in this. In that commercial. Sorry, once we get back to like sexy commercials, we'll hop into those and we'll go in hard. Now I got a 1-800-GOT-JUNK guy walking around talking into a banana. They didn't think a cell phone would go better in this commercial. They're like, nah, give him a banana. He can be talking on a banana. 1-800-GOT-JUNK removal. Call this guy on your fucking banana and he'll come and get you. That's a weird commercial. Damon ain't wrong. I went to Wilcox High School in Santa Clara and lived on the other side of those railroad tracks. Dude, what's crazy is that the 49ers did train in Santa Clara for like 25 years. They knew what that sun was and did. And then when they built their stadium there, they're like, yeah, we forgot what the sun was or did. Chase Lucas is balling. Chase Lucas had a great blitz, that's for sure. Oh, look at Sebastian Valdez getting a little close up on him. We're seeing him for the very first time today. Sebastian Valdez, undrafted rookie out of Washington. Look at him just come off that block, come right down the line and make a tackle. There you go, Sebastian Valdez. That is some football player shit. I like that. Boom. The Dallas Flowers. Dallis, not Dallas, by the way. Dallas Flowers with a really nice tackle coming up from his cornerback position. He's been impressive in training camp and makes a nice play right there. Good for him. Good for him. Again, we're already in midseason form, ripping Levi's Stadium. It blinks now, though. It blinks, everybody. Oh, beautiful pass breakup right there. Very, very nice pass breakup. Darrell Luter Jr. I mean, you can say, Daryl, you're supposed to come down with that. But that's why he's a corner, folks. If his hands were better, he'd be a wide receiver. But look at Luter get up. He high points that ball. Perfect. He was looking back for it. There's no pass interference. It's great body control. He flips around. He addresses the ball. Great pass breakup. Cortland Sutton, you get nothing. 32-yard field goal attempt for the Broncos. That is through and true. It is 9-3. It sounds like we've had nothing but field goals here, but that's not it at all. The 49ers came down on their very first drive of this game, pay dirt, Patrick Taylor Jr. around the left-hand side, and then a safety brought on by Chase Lucas in a blitz that caused a here's Beyonce's commercial again for those of you who missed it for the first time. I mean, she's wearing a denim hat. She's wearing the jeans. What's amazing is then she throws like a bucket of diamonds, or are those supposed to be stonewashed? I don't know. I don't think she's using stains, but man, let me tell you, it's a good thing she's got a clean pair of underwear on right there. You got a lot of guys in the man. Beyonce's got ass, a lot of it. Pool shark hustles to win is on is the headline of the newspaper that she was reading. I mean, that pool shark must have taken out the mayor or something for it to have made the headline. I want to see the stadium designs that were rejected. Levi's. It looks like a transformer dropped a turd in the middle of Santa Clara. What it really is it's Stanford Stadium on steroids without the charm of walking through those hilly berms as you find your seat. That's the problem with it. Oh, we're getting spammed for the first time. That's always fun. Nothing says you made it like getting spammed. How we doing over here? How you guys doing tonight? Everyone doing nice? I hope you're all doing great. By the way, Allison Ray, Tex Niner also. TX Niner also. Texas Niner? I don't know. Thank you very much, though, Allison. Really appreciate it. It is 9-3. I know you need a scoreboard from me. Streaming an NFL subscription. Dodd, just figure it out. D. Bruce, you're in sync. Boom. We're finally in sync. Hopefully we can stay there. I think I got to look over here. We've frozen enough times over here. See if we can get all caught up. It was a better breakup than my last girlfriend. Buzzing. Again, thanks to all the supers. Thanks to all of you who are in here chatting. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It really means a lot. We're going to be doing this all season long with a goal in mind of 50,000 subs by the bye week. That's aggressivo channel growth. But here we are. Oh, we're going to see Gus Bradley's kid check into this game. Carter Bradley. Carter Bradley is the son of 49er coach Gus Bradley, and he gets to come into this game before Tanner Mordecai, who was just brought back. But now we are really getting into the depth of the 49ers offense here. I'll say this. I saw Carter Bradley throw a few balls couple days before the joint practice. There's no doubt he's got an arm on him. He's got an arm on him. See, Regular Ryan's got Pest Pro Solutions. The Sacramento market is rolling different commercials. Oh, I'm sorry about that. You missed Beyonce taking her pants off in a laundromat twice. Are we getting our first look at Corey Kiner? Yes, we are. Larry Krueger famously saying, reminds him of Emmitt Smith. Hold on there, Larry. Love you. But I will say he runs low to the ground. He's got that high step. He's got thighs for days. I'm just enjoying life before life enjoys me. How you doing, brother? We're doing great. We're doing really, really great. And let me just ask you, where are you watching from? Where are you tonight? Where are you tuning in from? I'd love to know, because what's amazing about YouTube is how far it goes, further than any radio signal that I ever worked for. That is for sure. Look at the undrafted free agents. We're going to see a lot of them. Look at Marty, by the way. Marty is checking in from Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll go even further east to Jersey for E-Nice 023. Thank you very much, Jersey in the house. Sacramento, as always, good to see you in the house. Mountain House, Norris, thank you for being here from Mountain House. We got South Carolina, Gamecocks, Rob D in New York City. How about this? EB is in Greenwood, Indiana. One of my best friends is from Greenwood, Indiana. You're just north of Bloomington a little bit, right in between Bloomington, just south of Indianapolis. I know me some Greenwood, Indiana. Missoula, Montana. 49er Brian, thank you very much. Good to see you. Look at that. Post Falls, Idaho. Ronald, thank you for watching. And we got 2 Idaho. We got 4 eyeballs from Idaho coming in. We in Wyoming. We in Tennessee. We in Phoenix. How cool is that? Oh, we're in Vegas. And I knew that we were in Denver. Oakland. Snaps for Oakland. More from Iowa. San Diego. San Jose. Kansas. Hold on. Wait. Kansas is in the house. What do we got here? We got 4th and 4 coming up. Stacy's downtown San Jose. Upstate New York. You want to do? We're in upstate. I'm good. I'm from Schenectady back in the day. So I hear you, upstate New York. We got Canada in here. Sorry about the tariffs. I really am. We got Chesapeake, Virginia. Look at Allison coming in again. Well, Texas. There we go. What just happened there? I missed the 4th down play, didn't I? I have no idea what just happened. I was playing Reading Rainbow here. Where are you watching from? Hold on, I got to be able to jog back over here too. What did I miss? I'll tell you what I missed. I missed the 49ers missing a whole bunch of tackles there on special teams. That's what I missed. Well, that's not good. Jennifer, Iowa. By the way, James Foster's on the moon. Fantastic. Check this out. Taylor. Out in Bethlehem, they're killing time. Thank you very much, Bebop Jones. North Carolina. Albany. Come on, man. When I was at Notre Dame Bishop Gibbons, we would go up and scrimmage against Albany Academy. We'd get our asses kicked. Anyways, no matter where you are watching from, it's great to have you here. It really, really is. Thank you. Damon, how come Ray Ratto has yet to come on your show? Ray, I don't know. Ray doesn't give a fuck, I've reached out to him, nothing. He ghosts me, so I stopped even asking. I worked all those years with Ray. Clearly didn't mean shit to him. Put hundreds of thousands of dollars in his family's pocket. I put bread on that man's table. He thanks me back with stiffing me as a guest. It's all right. Damon, where'd you get your studio helmets from? Lemire, I'll tell you. Oh, he's in Bernal Heights. I'll tell you what. All you need to do is to go into the description of this video and click on that link right there, and you can see where I get my helmets. Green Gridiron. They've got incredible helmets. Check it out. Green Gridiron is where you can get a helmet. You can get replica helmets. You can get real helmets. You can get custom helmets. And by the way, you can't tell what's what behind me, right? What's the real helmet? What's the duplicate? What's the real helmet? What's the Fugazi helmet? Who's the replica? What's the real one? You can't tell. They all look real on the outside. I'll tell you that much. Hey, how about that? The Denver Broncos got a player on their name named Krull. Krull was a really good movie in the 80s with the glaive. There was a Cyclops in Krull. We know a lot about Krull over here, more than most. Well, I'll tell you this. The only reason why he's going on with Tolbert is because they're basically neighbors. They both live over there in Alameda, and I don't think they let those yahoos off the island of Alameda. Krull. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, 3rd and 8. Linebackers are dropping back. 49ers expecting a pass right here. Can they get off the field on 3rd and 8? Ball thrown underneath, taken across the first down line. First down. Denver Broncos. Got Jake Stidham in there right now, so Bo Nix is out of this game, as he should be. Again, not playing for the 49ers tonight. No Brock, no Christian McCaffrey, no Kittle, no Trent, no Bosa, no Warner, no Lenore, no Upton Stout, which is very interesting because you'd think they want to play the rookie just a little bit. Jake Brendel, Ricky Pearsall, none of them in this game. And that is not the list, the definitive list who's not playing. That's just what I saw pregame and jotted those down from all the folks that I follow who were in there at the stadium who were privy to that information. Alfred Collins. Haven't seen him really do anything, but he is out there tonight. And no Colton McKivitz. The whole offensive line was pretty much out of this one tonight. And boy, you could see how much trouble you're in with the backups with both Burford and Austin Pleasance being beaten like drums. I'm a play behind already over here. 1st and 10. That was run way too easily up the middle. That's right. No Pooney out there either tonight. Krull and Tron 84 inspired me to play Frisbee and not throw it like it was meant to be thrown. Yeah, you wanted to be cooler, for sure. You wanted to whip it like a ninja star. 2nd and 3 here for the Broncos. Nice jump cut by the running back, taking it around the left-hand side. That'll be a 1st down. Benito's good, but man, just beating guys like drums. You know, Spencer Burford is not fast enough to play tackle. Austin Pleasance might not be fast enough to play tackle. Both those guys are the backup tackles. Ooh, big stick right there. All right, we're back to commercial time. We got a a woman looking into a petri dish, inventing makeup. Google Workplace credit. She's got 5 points earned on Lyft. Now she can take that Lyft with less financial pressure on her. Look at she's designed a deodorant that women are going to spend thousands on. Chase Business Sapphire, earn points, design makeup. There you go. I'm watching Dragon Slayer right now. I remember Dragon Slayer. Red Jet, always great to see you. And she is right. You go ahead and hit that like button. So Awesome Fox says, rate CJ West so far. He belongs on a football field. He is a pro. That's it. That's all I wanted to see tonight. I saw CJ West push a pocket. I'm happy with that. I'd get him off the field before he hurts himself. That guy's starting week 1 in Seattle. I'm not worried about CJ West. This is Joe Corona. Hey, D. Bruce, I met you at Safeway. You were cool as shit. Love the commentary. Or Jose, I think I remember meeting you at the Safeway too, over here on Monterey. Great to have met you. Thanks for saying hello. It's as close as I get to coming to feeling like a rock star. So thank you very, very much, man. Look at Red Jet. Snap. Oh, she's at Chase Center. She's at a Valkyries game tonight. Enjoy your Valkyries game. Ooh, that is terrible tackling all the way around, and the 49ers nearly just gave up a touchdown. The Denver Broncos just ran that all the way down to the 1-yard line, to the 1. Flag on the play, though, and if you are the 49ers, you're hoping that there was a hold that prevented that from happening, because that was awful defense. Holding, there you go. Okay, holding somewhere on that left-hand side of the Broncos offensive line, because the 49ers just got run through right there. Just got run through. Yeah, that's a hold. Anyways, Red Jet, thank you very, very much. Enjoy your time at Chase tonight. And all I can tell you is I hope you brought your wallet. I am a real person. I do leave the house every now and then. Yeah, Bethune was shook up. I saw that. I saw his knee on the ground there. Hopefully he's okay. I don't have any update for you in that regard. This is a good follow-up question here right now. Any flying objects at Chase? Will we see the green dildo at Chase tonight? Is the green dildo, close to getting MVP votes? I've heard more about the green dildo than basically Caitlin Clark's season. It's taken over. WNBA. Look, there's something that is indisputably funny about a green dildo in any scenario. But you can't be throwing objects on a court. I mean, that's just that's a rule. You cannot be throwing objects on the court. That is not a fumble, by the way. That is down by contact. 3rd and 15 here for the Denver Broncos. And they picked it up. Oh, Sebastian Valdez, terrible attempt on that tackle right there. Sebastian Valdez just one-armed that thing, tapped a guy on his shoulder. Not good. So a sack turns into basically nothing. Okay, this DirecTV shit is killing me over here. Every other 30 seconds, I'm getting a freeze. I don't know what is going on. Is it storming outside right now, for goodness sakes? We got 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos. They're in the red zone, running straight up the middle on the 49ers, pushing piles. I didn't like that at all. Was Sebastian Valdez who missed the tackle. Sebastian Valdez is an undrafted rookie free agent out of Washington who, even though he didn't look good right there, has been looking good all training camp long. I think he's going to make the team. Look at it this way. With his teams right now, attrition in interior defensive line, they are not in a position to say goodbye to anyone who's got some talent. Damon, don't break your TV like a Dallas fan. No, I'm not going to be breaking any TVs. I'm not that emotionally connected to preseason football. I refuse to be. Cheers. Jose coming in with $5 for the ganja jar. I do appreciate that, Jose. And again, it was great meeting you, man. Thanks for saying hello. I thought Mikael Williams wouldn't play tonight. Mikael Williams is not playing tonight. He had that hyperextended knee in the joint practice. So that means we weren't going to see him, but I still see CJ West out there, his hands in the dirt right now. Pressure up the middle. Davis with the sack. Kalea Davis got to him. Like seeing that. No, CJ is not out of the game. He was right in the middle of that pressure right there. Kalea Davis. Tell you, the 49ers defense has not looked bad here. Another cheapy field goal coming on up. It is 9-6 now for the 49ers in front. E Nice says, I used to work for DirecTV. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, the satellite needs to be repositioned. Well, here's the thing. It works well on all the other TVs except the one I need for the frickin' live stream. So that just isn't going to cut it for this upcoming football season. Decisions will have to be made. Yeah, look, this is backup city now in this game. I mean, everywhere you look, you got backup city in this game right now. So, let's hope the 49ers look good because they're going to need their depth to play for them this year. Let's hope this is an injury-free game for the 49ers. I mean, I hope it's an injury-free game for everybody. I don't want any Denver Broncos hurt, obviously, but the 49ers are already pushing the margins of who can and cannot get hurt on this year, and the year hasn't even started yet. And that's kind of a scary place to be operating from. Vernon. We're getting honest. Here we go. Got to be honest, D. Bruce. Always thought you were like Cone and finding some sort of negative no matter how good the future looked, but I've really grown on you, man. Thanks for everything you do. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not just Johnny Negative trying to talk negativity into something that's, I mean, I'm not going to war with any content creators anymore. I'm not doing any of that. You can pick and choose who you want to get your information from. But choose your sources carefully because some of these sources come with agendas. I think it's easy to see. Jordan Watkins targeted on first down, complete pass. Bradley's kid out there. Little 3-yard pickup right there. Here's Fred Warner. Fred Warner on the sidelines. He's got some headphones on. He's talking to Guy Haberman and company up in that box. Only player in the NFL with 10 interceptions, 10 sacks, and whatever that was. I didn't read it fast enough, so we move on. Let's see. Pitch out to Corey Kiner. He picked up 3. Damon, with the depth problems, how do the Broncos backups look? It's just a football game now. It's a football game that really doesn't matter anymore. We're not gonna put too much emphasis on anything or anyone because, normally to judge a backup by how all the backups are playing is unfair because most backups come into a game surrounded by mostly starters. All right, I don't even know where to put my eyeballs right now. I'm freezing up here. I'm glitching over here. By the way, I think I'm officially breaking up with DirecTV this week. It's official. I think I'm just going to go full YouTube. I think I am. This is bullshit. We got to get right before the Raiders preseason game, right? But then will I be missing Beyonce commercials? Will I be missing Beyonce underpants in the laundromat? Beyonce pants? Hit the pike, DirecTV. Dude, DirecTV and I have had a great relationship. We've had a lot of good years together, but I think our time is coming to an end. I think our time's going to be coming to an end. All right, we got way too much fucking Fred Warner interview going on over here. Every time I look over, I got Fred Warner in the middle of my screen. I'm not here to watch Fred Warner talk. Robert Saleh's not happy with what he's seeing. I can see that. And Robert Saleh just used an F word into his headset. And Bethune is back. That's good. Oh, here you go. Joy Odyssey says, hey, man, you're not going to be missing any Beyonce underpants. I'm seeing them on YouTube. There we go. Beyonce pants. 2nd and 3. Got Luter getting beat to the outside. Picked up a first down. Did the Denver Bronco running back. And so here we go. 49ers have not done much offensively since getting the ball and taking it right down the throat of the Denver Broncos on their opening drive. Safety made it 9-0. And now here come this conversation with Fred Warner is going on way too long. It really is. Second quarter over here. That game's in commercial now. I'm still stuck on a Fred Warner interview because I've been glitching. Let me tell you, it's preseason for everybody, right? Preseason for everybody. So we are going to go ahead and improve before the regular season starts here. The Jacksonville Jaguars made a 70-yard field goal. Seriously? There's a 70-yard field goal in a football game tonight? I mean, it's a preseason game. Does that count as a record now? Sydney Sweeney in 4K on YouTube TV. Moody has been consistently missing 50-yarders so far. I saw him doink one off the crossbar in Santa Clara, but I'm going to tell you this about Jake Moody. He has not missed a field goal in this game, so we're not going to say anything bad about him. Jake Moody hasn't missed shit yet this year. I love Warner, but I can't help but be turned every time he talks. No, I'm glad he's talking too, but I'm not here to watch a guy talking. Says, Damon, you're glitching too. Oh, great. Hopefully not too much. Okay. So we are still in commercial, which I guess means it's a great time for me to tell you when you are hanging out this NFL season, you're thinking about, what do I want to do? I hope you're around an Ike's. I hope you can order a sandwich from Ike's. This is what I look like as a sandwich, boys and girls. This is as good as the show is going to look all day long right here, right now. I am steak. I am steak sauce. I am beer battered onion rings. I don't like me on Dutch Crunch. I'm more of a soft roll guy, but I'm absolutely delicious. And all the sandwiches at Ike's are delicious. When you sign up for Ike's, please use that Ike's Love Rewards program. Start earning your way towards free sandwiches, chips, and drinks. You'll be very happy that you did. And maybe you're watching this one at the Dubliner in West Portal tonight. Love those guys over there. Best Guinness poll in all of San Francisco. Thanks to both of them for being the premier sponsors here on the Damon Bruce Plus, and I really appreciate them. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I want to remind you, maybe you're new here. Maybe we've never met before. Hi, I'm Damon. It's great to have you here. It really is. I've been covering the 49ers for 20 years, and now we are going to be hanging out on game day, every game day, with a live stream in-game watch party that we'll be having together. Now I got nothing but black up here. Holy shit, dude. DirecTV, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. I got no other way to say it, DirecTV. You are dead to me. Wow. This is the week I'm breaking up with DirecTV. We've been through a lot together. And Bang is saying, I'm ordering Ike's right now. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're ordering online, use promo code BOGO50 and you can get 50% off a second sandwich. So order BOGO50 is the promo code you need to put in there, and you get 50% off of an equal or lesser value sandwich after you order one. So get there. You know, this might be my repeater from this DirecTV to over on this TV now. That's why it's glitching out. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm angry.
Do you need help?
Oh, come on in, honey. Thank you very much. No, you know what it is? It's just this TV is just glitchy. It freezes all the time. That TV doesn't. This one does. Here comes my wife, who's a million times smarter than I ever will. All right, Jillian's going to do the old unplug it, plug it back in trick.
I just turned you on downstairs.
It's a famous one. Did Jillian just turn me on upstairs? Yeah, baby. Thank you. Jillian just turned me on, and she saw me complaining and came down here to fix things. Let me tell you, guys, get yourself an incredible wife who knows technology, especially if you are a behind the eight ball old man like me who has trouble making sure the iPhone's on every day. Again, I was never supposed to be on YouTube, folks. They forced me to do this shit. She's the best. Yes, she is.
Hi, Plusers.
There you go. Thanks, honey.
Try turning it back on.
Well done. I will. You know, I'm going to let it breathe through this series over here. I got this over here. Taking a look at this. We got the Denver Broncos knocking on the doorstep. Looks like Nick Martin, though, made a tackle. Good. This is the first time we used Nick Martin. Damon is that 1 million spot on DirecTV who has no service, right? Did she just call us all losers? No. Plusers. Not losers, plusers.
Go Niners. We love you.
There you go. Thank you, honey. Yes, that is better a little. Thank you very, very much. She even tilted the other TV in my direction. What a woman. What a woman. By the way, how are the cookies?
They're delicious. We also have chicken mole. Would you like any of either?
Whoa, no, I'm not going to be eating. But the Duchess is here. She made chocolate chip cookies. So I'm going to have a nice little fat boy session when this game's over. See? It's still glitching up there. We're breaking up with DirecTV.
Okay, we tried that once before.
We did try it once before, but this is unacceptable. Like or that box has to be put on that TV. Because that's the main DirecTV feed. Either way. Did you see the Beyonce underpants commercial?
No, I haven't been watching the game.
You haven't been watching it at all? Dude, Beyonce's got a big ass, honey. Did you know that?
Shocker.
It's good. Looks good.
We all want that. Especially us white girls.
She takes her pants off right in the right in the laundromat. Oh my God, that is broken coverage, boys and girls, and you cannot find a more wide open target in the corner of the end zone than what the Denver Broncos just enjoyed. Stidham to a wide open tight end in the corner of the end zone. I need to see the blown coverage on this. I'm sorry, I was talking to my wife about Beyonce's ass during the biggest play of the game right here, right now. Let's have a look at that. Robert Saleh is going, what the fuck? Who was on 85? 85 is coming off the corner. Nobody followed him to the corner of the end zone. Nobody followed him. My 6-year-old could provide better coverage than that.
Mm-hmm.
He would have chased him.
Please.
I am become death destroyer of words. Says my laundromat is full of homeless people. You don't want to be taking off your clothes in there. I hear you. But you're so right. The only laundromat Beyonce has walked into in the last 20 years is the set that was that laundromat commercial. Now I got a straight up video connection lost here, honey. Now we got a QR code up here. Now your help is turned into that is not helping at all. There is an issue with the wireless connection between your DirecTV box and the main receiver. Oh my God. Oh, my goodness. By the way, it is now 13-9. Luter going to get the smoke. Was that Luter's blown coverage? Again, I wasn't seeing an all 22. I don't know how that bunch formation on the left really shook out. So I can't put any blame on anyone other than that was bad. That was miscommunication. And you won't find anything piss off Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan more than backfield miscommunication. The defensive backfield, look at it this way. If you wanted a defensive backfield that didn't know how to communicate where anyone was supposed to be, Nick Sorensen could still have the job. Carter Bradley, still in this game. He's thrown an interception. He's 2 for 4 for 9 yards. The offense of the 49ers hasn't done a thing since Mac Jones left this game. And there is just not a bit of good blocking on that left-hand side of the line, or the right-hand side. No, that was the left-hand side of the line for Corey Kiner, who isn't allowed to go very, very far. As we're reconnecting up here, apologies to everyone. I got to be watching this TV over here, and that's how we do it. Ten Devil 33. I'm so glad I'm not the only one that stresses out big time with technology. I hear you. Break out the bunny ears. Break out the foil. By the way, we are under the 2-minute warning. We got about 90 seconds left here. If Bradley's going to show us his arm strength, he better do it soon. A little screen, which was just gobbled up by the Denver Broncos defense right there. And if we're being completely honest, the 49ers offense has looked like absolute shit since the very first drive of this game. Defense is probably tired. Well, Logan, they might be a little bit tired right now, but they haven't played enough football in the season to be complaining about being tired of anything. And I'm really not interested in any excuses. When are we going to be seeing Keyshawn Vaughn in this game, who was signed today to play a little running back for an already Isaac Guerrero, not part of it. Christian McCaffrey not playing tonight. Running back room. Carter Bradley on 3rd and 11 loads up and nearly gets intercepted. Dude, Carter Bradley sucks, okay? I mean, he wasn't even under pressure right there. He had time to look around, and he still did nothing, man. That really looks an awful lot like a coach's son who got a break on this team, and it might be time to get Tanner Mordecai in that game. Have a look at him. Have a look at Tanner Mordecai, because unimpressed by Bradley so far. Oh, there you go. So in order to reset this TV up here, we would have to reset the entire system in the house, which would end our broadcast. So I'll tell you what, maybe we'll only do three quarters tonight. Maybe we won't do the full game tonight. But again, like I said, it's preseason for everybody. We had to come in here and learn things. We're learning things.
I want to trade that TV. It's not on the starting roster.
Yeah, no, this TV is getting waived. This DirecTV is about to be on the waiver wire, folks. It's about to go.
Go Niners. Sorry, guys.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate the help. Thank you very much. Mordecai is really bad. Well, you know what? Put him out there and let him show you how bad he is, because he can't be any worse than what I just saw from Bradley. Good God. Literally, no one cares. I mean, whether you're talking about this show or the quarterbacking situation or this game, you might be right about all of it. I'm not going to take that away from you. Siegel has a knee injury. Has that been officially reported in this game? Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Your wife shouldn't have apologized. Believe me, Mike, she's really not that sorry for anything that's going on here. Again, questionable to return Logan means just keep him out of the game. There's nothing to come back and play for tonight. Nothing at all. If you can stay healthy, get good reps, that's fantastic. With 33 seconds left, let's see if the Broncos go a little uncorkage right here and try to make a big play before the end of the first half. There we go. Big shot to the corner of the end zone. They caught it. That's a touchdown. Oh, my God. I mean, the 49ers are just going to put a little sprinkle on top of this one and make it awful at the very end, aren't they? It is about to be 20-9 Denver Broncos because they just scored a touchdown with Jacob Stidham finding, I don't even know who that was. It was Sherfield. Hey, a former Niner, right? Trent Sherfield. There you go. By the way, this TV did pop back on now. I don't know what's going on here. We're going to keep going. Trent Sherfield. There you go. Was he out of bounds? It's too early. Too early to say Alfred Collins is a poor man's Kinlaw. Niner Worldwide says, Damon, are you going to go live with Larry at 8? No, I'm not going to be doing that. Thanks for asking, though. I love joining Larry for a little post-game, and we will be doing some post-game with Larry, I can promise you, once this regular season starts. But here and now, I got my mom in town. Tomorrow in our backyard, our 6-year-old and our 4-year-old are celebrating their combined birthday. We got like 30 kids coming over to this house tomorrow. So say a little prayer for Uncle Damon. But no, I'm not going to make it a late night tonight. I am not saying that Alfred Collins is terrible yet. You should not be saying that Alfred Collins is terrible yet. But Dallas Flowers got beat there. I think that's a touchdown. I think that's a touchdown. If both feet are inbounds right there, if he gets that other foot down, booth review, they're taking a look at it. What we will not do, say it with me, repeat it with me, say it with me right now. We will not be overreacting to preseason finals. We will not be overreacting to preseason finals. We will not be overreacting to positive preseason results. And we won't be overreacting to negative results either. Booth review here. Still underway. They're still looking at this. Are they checking out the catch or the foot? Is he bobbling this? Is this ball moving in his hands? Moving a little? Touchdown. Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked like a touchdown to me. It's a touchdown. Again, I am far, far and away the best official not employed by the NFL when it comes to replays. I will give you conclusive 99.9% accurate reviews, and I'll do it in less than 5 seconds every single time. Don't exactly get worked over in the first preseason game, guys. Geez. Yeah, well, it looks like that's on the way to happening. Rob D says, hey, man, I will absolutely be overreacting because that's what we do. That is what we do. Uh-oh. I'm clipping this moment. Hey, do it. If you're telling, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I would be the greatest replay official in the history of this league. Roger Goodell should call me. All right, 26 seconds. Let's see if the 49ers can bring one all the way back. Yeah, Spencer Burford, Alfred Collins right now. Again, I'm not here to tell you what Collins hasn't done well, but Spencer Burford at tackle sucks. It's over. Tank for Arch. Yeah, you want to start tanking for that next quarterback right after you give your current quarterback that huge extension. That's the way to go about it. Ah. All right. Well, here comes Carter Bradley, who he hadn't done jack shit in this game yet. And I'll tell you, he might have had a little bit better protection behind this offensive line thanks to the fact that they're now playing Denver Broncos second and third stringers as well. Let's see if Carter Bradley's going to uncork something here. I mean, who cares if he throws another interception? It's a preseason. Try to make something happen. For all the fans who are dumb enough to pay a full ticket price to go in there tonight, Carter Bradley was strip sacked, and that ball is out of bounds mercifully. Holy shit. At the end of this half, the 49ers thought that they would just turn into the worst possible versions of themselves. We have a flag here now on this play. It was thrown down in disgust. Let's see what this flag is about, which way it's going. Again, with 13 seconds left, can we just get into the locker room and call it a halftime? Gus Bradley's kid stinks. Intentional grounding. By the way, Austin Pleasance, oh my God. Austin Pleasance just whiffed on a block like you wouldn't believe. I mean, good God. Oh, that was awful. If either Colton McKivitz or Trent Williams gets hurt, this entire season's over. Right now, I'm going to tell you that right now. If either of these guys get hurt, their season's over. Because their backups stink. Oh, my God. Austin Pleasance just got cooked again. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm on the delay up here. This is over here. I don't even know where to be watching right now. It's a disaster. Everybody's melting down here at the end of the first half. We can't get out of here fast enough. A draw up the middle. Nothing says let's get the fuck out of here quite like a draw up the middle. On 2nd and 22. Did they call a timeout? They did. They called a draw up the middle and then a timeout. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know what, Joseph Fernberg? Thank you as always. I'm not here for your Brock always sucks commentary, but right now, this offensive line, it looks bad. And I was the guy saying you need to spend draft picks, high-value draft picks on your offensive line, and they didn't do it at all. So, you do kind of have to lay in the bed you make for yourself. And the 49ers have made it hard on their own offensive line, Joseph. There is no doubt about it. All right, 3rd and 12. Bradley, little dinky dump off to be run out of bounds with no time left on the clock to Corey Kiner. And that was a embarrassing first half of preseason football outside of one Chase Lucas blitz and one Mac Jones drive. That was not good. Now, the Denver Broncos are literally going to be one of the best teams that the 49ers play all year. But that was a first half of preseason football that was cloaked in glory for absolutely no one. We are at halftime, 20-9. Denver Broncos in front. They scored 20 unanswered points after the 49ers went up 9-0. Good to have you back here. Welcome to Damon Bruce Plus. We will be doing live in-game streams all season long. We will be breaking up with DirecTV this week. And I just think we're living in a world of YouTube right now. Diego Sanchez says not investing in the trenches is going to kill us. It might. It might. I'm going to tell you right now, if this offensive line struggles, Mykel Williams better be Reggie White. Okay? Alfred Collins better not be anyone that's reminding you of the worst of Javon Kinlaw a couple of months from now. If we use Alfred Collins' name in the same sentence with Javon Kinlaw and you got a bad offensive line, poof. No good. No bueno at all. Look at it this way. If Kyle is undone by his offensive line, he will have asked for it. He will have asked for it. This is something that he's been ignoring for too long. Can Tanner Mordecai play? Hendricks, the answer to that question is no, not really. Not in any significant way. Not in any way that I think you're going to be very excited about. As a matter of fact, I was talking with both Cam Inman and Matt Mayoko down at a practice in Santa Clara, and they said that Tanner Mordecai is a hell of a golfer. Like Tanner Mordecai, Kittle, and Purdy all got on at Spyglass, right? And Tanner Mordecai shot like a casual 68 at Spyglass. And Kittle basically said, if you were half as good at football as you are at golf, you'd be playing more. So a little shot there. But we'll find out if Tanner Mordecai can come in and do anything. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Carter Bradley should be waived based on what I've seen. Just cut him. Nobody even pick him up. Carter Bradley's on this team because Gus Bradley's his dad. Full stop. And I don't like roster decisions like that. No one should. Craig Steele, Damon, you all say this every year, and unless the whole team is decimated by injuries, they seem to do just fine. They will be fine. Well, again, there is an awful lot of talent in this league. But the argument that you're making that anything we've seen here has been impressive tonight is, this is not an impressive debut. Even for backups, even for preseason football, there's a lot of love loss after you go up 9-0 and then give up 20 unanswered. Fuck this TV. God, you're pissing me off. Krug said this was the best quarterback room in the league. I look at it this way. He hasn't said that on any show that we've done together. And if he did, I would have told him he was probably wrong about that. If you're just saying, how good is your backup? I'm not ready to declare Mac Jones, right on the same par as Purdy, and you could have either guy, and that way you got two starting. No. I don't think so. I can't say any of that. Bill coming in with 5 for the Ganja Jar. Thank you, Bill. I do appreciate that. Damon, what I'm afraid of is we've spent so many years ignoring the offensive line. Now we're dead in the water with nothing to do in the draft or free agency. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you need offensive line help at this point in time in the year, you're in a little bit of trouble. And if at any point in time in the regular season you need offensive line help, you're in a lot of trouble. Again, Trent Williams, who was only able to play 10 games last year, has got to play 17 games this year. And Colton McKivitz, same thing for you, buddy. Because what we've seen out of both Austin Pleasance and Spencer Burford is disgraceful at tackle here tonight. Neither is fast enough to get out of their stances. They're getting their doors blown off with outside rushes, inside rushes. They are getting their butts whipped. And it's not good to be just getting your butt whipped. Jason, pounds per square inch, right? Is that PDSI? What is that? I don't know. But Jason, good evening all. Am I the only one who thinks we're screwed if Trent Williams gets hurt? No, you're not. And believe me, John Lynch has shit his pants a little bit tonight at Levi Stadium. I promise you. He is officially worried about his offensive line. And I think we need to say that Forster, this team's offensive line coach, has an awful lot of faith in guys that he probably shouldn't be placing this much faith in. I don't think that that's an exaggeration. And not investing in trenches will kill us. Diego, if I missed that before, thank you very, very much. Want to go back through this. I think we got you, Joseph. Thank you. I think we're all caught up on the supers. We've had 20 supers so far. I thank you for those 20 supers. I really, really do. Like a stripper, we're working for tips and appreciate them when they come in, but not as much as I would appreciate you to hit that like button right now. Not as much as I would appreciate you to hit the subscribe button as well And then if you really want to go overboard with free, generous things that you could do for me at no expense to you, you hit notify as well. And every single time a new video goes up or I go live or we have a watch party, you will be alerted about it and you won't miss a thing. And it would mean a lot to me if you plan on hanging out all season long with yours truly. It should be a good time. Look at it this way. I can promise you there will be weekends that this show is consistently more entertaining than any one team in this league. Every team in this league is allowed to have good weeks and bad weeks. We try to avoid those over here. We're going to try to do a good show for you no matter what. And just to let you know, I'm going to put my word on that. I think it's time for a halftime bottle pull. I think based on what I've seen from backup tackles, I think I need a little bit of a bottle pull. Jamie says he's sparking up for one for me right now. Jamie, cheers to that. Again, one of our original sponsors was Blackened. I still buy the liquor. Still fantastic. I never forget the OGs. Uncle Boys, I'm thinking of you. What? Yeah. Hits from the bong. Yo, stricken. Oh, it's going to take a lot more than a bottle pull to create that guy right there. But thank you very much, Treeman, Mokul, Jackson. I'm not even going to try to work on that one. It seems like this halftime is brought to you by Bong Hits being done in the chat. These are glorious days. Alan says, Damon, number 14 does not deserve a roster spot. He looks scared and timid. Kubiak does not know how to run a 2-minute offense. I mean, I don't even know if Kyle really knows how to run a 2-minute offense either. The 49ers don't do a lot of hurry-up football historically. Something that needs to be worked on, if you don't mind me saying. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to see much more of Bradley. I don't want to see much more of him. If he, does have a little bit of a deer in headlights element about him in this game. You want to look at it this way. If you're going to have him out there to start the third quarter, I need to see something on his initial drive. I need to see something because he hasn't shown anything. Drew, you could literally change to YouTube TV at halftime. It is so much better. I know. I'm not going to look. I don't have my credit card. I'm not ready to sign up right now. I will. Drew, we're going to take care of this. We're going to take care of this before this Raiders game coming up. Preseason game numero dos. Look at Fred Warner buckling his kid into a car seat on a Venardi Zurada injury. Venardi Zurada official injury attorneys of the San Francisco 49ers. They got Fred Ward. I'm wondering if that is really Fred Ward's kid. A lot of times when you see an adorable little kid with an athlete, it's not really their kid. I wonder if that was Fred Warner's kid. I don't think I'd put either of my kids in a commercial. My 4-year-old, my 6-year-old, I wouldn't want to expose them like that. But at the same time, like I share pictures of them online, and what's the difference? At least they're getting paid. Pat Tralick Jr. should be replaced with Frank Gore Jr. An offensive line probably needs a little support. David Robbie, thank you for the super. Here's the deal: like Frank Gore Jr. Is he a free agent right now? Is he rostered anywhere? Patrick Taylor Jr. is not going to be playing a significant spot on this team this year. I mean, you are watching camp bodies being asked to do thing in a preseason game because if they get hurt, that's the price of business. Damn, Damon. Straight from the bottle, no chaser. Dude, come on, I went to IU. That's how we do things. Damon, the fact that the second unit handled their first unit multiple times is beautiful byproduct of Salah effect, and I love it. Yo, Stricken, let me tell you this. We did see Broncos ones out there, and we did see Mac Jones look good, and we did see moments from this defense and the backups looking good against Denver's ones. Bo Nix didn't do jack out there. That is good news. But I don't come out here to watch, like, to me, the first quarter of a preseason game, even though that's when you're going to see the most amount of guys who are going to have skin in the game once the season starts for real, I'm here for backups. I'm here for margins of the roster, because what is a margin today might be in the middle of guys you're depending on come the middle of the season through attrition. I'm incredibly worried about this offensive line the minute there's an injury. I'm incredibly worried about this offensive line just because Jake Brendel wasn't replaced for Drew Dolman. Drew Dolman, the best center in football, who was available on the free agent market, was available for nothing more than money, and the 49ers didn't sign him. The Chicago Bears did. Integrity weed. Thank you, must be trouble. No's about to get down. I mean, it's halftime. Get down. Mike Fuss, feeling it. Again, thanks so much to everyone for coming in here. Thanks for the supers. We got Craig Steele says, no, sir. I'm saying our twos went up 9-0. Threes and fours are trash. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll give you that. They did go up 9-0. Mac Jones, one good drive. Chase Lucas, one good drive, one good blitz. And if nobody gets hurt, I guess that's a fine week one preseason sequence of events for the 49ers. But I'm also waiving Connor Bradley at the end of this game and giving the rest of apologizing to Tanner Mordecai that he was part of a number shuffle earlier in the week for a joint practice. Carlos is just saying, time to turn off the game and listen to Damon and play the PS5. What are you rocking on PS5? You playing new college football? Wayne, our man at SFO, has just become a YouTube member. You're a part of the initiated now, Wayne. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will agree with you on this, Yo Stricken. It is great to see Guy Haberman calling these games. He looks so Lilliputian, though, next to Tim Ryan. I didn't realize that Greg Papa was so big. All right, here we go. Third quarter underway. And about a 5-yard gain up the middle for the Denver Broncos. Let's go. Let's go. Chase Lucas was in on that tackle. He's coming out of the game right now. I tell you, there is something very reassuring, though. Something very reassuring about Robert Saleh being back on this sideline, isn't there? I mean, that guy just looks like a defensive coordinator supposed to look. He really does. Little dump off on a naked boot. Nice play by Denver, getting Stidham in a little bit of rhythm. That's what good coaches do. Sean Bradley's a good coach. Oh, dropping a little the show. You know, I haven't got that yet. I didn't. This is one of the first times in a while that I haven't gotten the show. Is it worth my time? Is it worth my effort? Here's the thing. I'm too busy. I got kids. I can't be playing that many video games these days. I got responsibilities. I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. I'm trying to convince my wife not to leave me because instead of making the amount of money I used to make, I'm begging for tips on YouTube. So, you know, we don't want to see me playing too much PlayStation 5. Can't be good for the marriage. That's what I do. I usually skip a year, get one. Skip a year, get one. So I'm still playing like NBA 2K23. Klay Thompson's still on the Warriors in my world. Almost a pick six. Now we got cornerback Jacob Robinson in this game. He's wearing 49. A couple guys wearing. Isn't Corey Kiner wearing 49 as well? See Russell Gage Jr. out there. Amir Abdullah's out there. These are the these are the other guys officially. Christine says, D. Bruce, Rags saying hello from New Jersey. What's up, Rags? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. This live is an official LGBTQ community and safe space confirmed by a verified member. Here's who's welcome in here. Everyone. That's how we do it. I just have one rule when it comes to this chat. It's the same rule when you're going to a fish show. Bring nitrous. No, I'm just kidding. No, the rule is don't be a dick. That's it. That's it. I don't care who's in here. I don't care what you do. I don't care. I don't care who you're with, what you do, who you go to bed with. If you're a football fan, you are welcome in this room, and there's one rule, just one rule. Don't be a dick. That's it. Guy is doing a good job, but it ain't the same without Papa. Look, I'm just going to tell you, Greg Papa is a state-of-the-art and play-by-play guy as I've ever heard. I have never heard more information about formations and explanations in between plays than what Greg is one of the best radio play-by-play guys for football ever. He is phenomenal at it, to the point where if you'd like to know how poorly the Raiders are run, they fired him. They fired Greg Papa. If you fire Greg Papa, what you're doing is volunteering. You're volunteering the information that I need. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, we got a forced fumble over here. We got a fumble on the ground. And of course, a Denver Bronco picked it up. And then what was it, fumbled again? Multiple fumble. We go, wait. We got ourselves bonkers going on. I don't know if the 49ers got the ball back right there, but it's 4th and 11. You're dapping up Trey Brown. Trey Brown getting his squabbles on. I like that. Rags grew up with Paulie, Damon. Oh, I knew the name. I was trying to play it off. I'm so sorry. Rags, I do know you. I think we even met one time at KNBR. Maybe we did. It was a long time ago. But Rags, any friend of Paul McCaffrey is a friend of mine, man. Absolutely. I love Paulie. What a great guy. Wow, I've never seen this before. We have as many likes as we have people watching. 224 likes, 224 people in the room right now. That's the ratio we're looking for. Thank you so very much. Beyonce's taking her pants off in a laundromat again. I was born in the dark. You adopted it. Thank you very much. Don't make me get the Bane mask. Mike, I'm feeling a little gay for you too. Thank you. Damon, what'd you think of that D line? Again, not bad, not great. I'm having so many glitches over here. I'm missing plays over here. I'm trying to talk to you over here. What I'm going to do is rewatch this game and give you a much better grade than I can give you right now. Adequate. What's the biggest cop out in grading is complete or incomplete? It looks like a complete so far. Do not throw any neon green dildos at the chat. Not unless you're giving us meme coin. No. By the way, have you heard what that is? The WNBA green dildo situation is a meme coin that is doing, let's call it guerrilla advertising. That's the truth, by the way. Isn't that nuts? Are you more concerned about the secondary or the front seven this year? Matt from Portsmouth. Matt, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the question. And I'm going to tell you this front seven. The secondary at least has some veteran presence to it. This front seven is going to be so dependent on three rookies, where that secondary will be dependent, I think, basically on a rookie, Upton Stout, who the 49ers are so happy with so far that Upton Stout didn't even dress to play in this game tonight, which is, I think, one of the biggest pregame scratches I've seen. Stricken, thanks very much. I'm glad you like what you're watching. It means an awful lot to me. Appreciate you. All right, Corey Kiner's walking back to a huddle over here. What did I miss? I missed a 2-yard gain in 2nd and 8. Corey Kiner just picked up a couple. Yes. Look at Saleh and Shanahan back together. Robert Saleh looks like he's wearing a shooting shirt. Like, is he going skeet shooting? Is that a 49er? Like, he's got like it looks like there's like, this is leather, and then the rest of the shirt is fabric. Or maybe it's shiny. I don't know. That's a lollipop throw. Little lollipop by Bradley, but you know what? I mean, he's trying to put a little air underneath that. He almost underthrew it. But sure. Maybe the best we've seen out of Bradley so far. Oh, Papa was great on Warriors play-by-play. I'm telling you, you go ahead and you watch that Sleepy Floyd game. He was unbelievable. Sleepy Floyd can't miss. I mean, I used to cut Raiders highlights when I was an intern. You know, I was brand new in radio here in the Bay Area. One of the things I did was cut old Raiders highlights. And the Wheatley won't go down. The Tyrone Wheatley call that I think is one of Papa's best call ever. You still hear that call in highlight packages sometimes. I always say to myself, oh my God, I'm the guy who cut that. And NFL Network is using it. We're at commercial again. Oh, we got a whole bunch of Dalmatians getting in an electric vehicle here. Look at this. This woman's enjoying her vehicle. She's got a whole bunch of Dalmatians in her vehicle. Is that a Toyota? What is that? She got a lot of down. Is she supposed to be like a new version of Cruella de Vil? That is a Lexus. All right. Bring back Beyonce. The Dalmatian Lexus commercial didn't do much for me. Yeah, Papa and Fosse during A's games back on Sports Channel. Remember Bay TV? You know, they got rid of, or if you're saying they brought in Bradley for Nair, that's a damn shame. Let me just tell you right now, the 49ers clearly made a decision. If you are going to be the 5th or 6th wide receiver, the 4th or 5th wide receiver on this team, you're going to have to play some special teams too, and I just don't think that Nair was going to do that. Look, Nair made one really nice training camp play. Let's not pretend that he's the one that got away until he really does something in Green Bay that makes everybody crazy. We'll worry about that a little bit later. I'll tell you what, you're talking about what's been going on tonight. B. Lauren, I don't know if Bergen is better than anything right now, but Bergen is among one of the outstanding highlight plays of this game. His first punt return in a 49er uniform was a step in the right direction. Glad we saw Junior Bergen look good. He's going to have to look good. He's going to have to be spectacular on special teams to have a place on special teams this season, because like I said, I think that they're going to eventually have Jordan Watkins be someone who is used on special teams as well, because Watkins is on this team. They're not really going back to see if Tongus caught that or not, right? He did. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. We're at 9:50 and remaining in the third quarter. We still got Bradley in there. We got a bunch of backups in there. We got Corey Kiner running hard, dipping the shoulder. I did like that run by Corey Kiner. Those are some tough yards right there. Or they're looking at Drew Moss. Drew Moss, 55. That's a nice block. Drew Moss is the offensive lineman who is dating Brock Lesnar's daughter. Went to Colorado State. I'll tell you what I don't like, though. They got Drew Moss wearing 55, and they got Sebastian Valdez wearing 55. Like, go ahead and get different numbers. I hate the repeat numbers on football teams. It drives me nuts. Like, that's just, you telling me that they can't pick out another number? I hate repeat numbers. Cal football is guilty of so many players with repeat numbers. All right, we got Stidham running around, taking off. Ooh, that might be a little... Oh, that's a fumble ball. That ball is out. That ball is going crazy. Hold on, wait. I'm thinking behind that. Yeah, as a matter of fact, sorry. The 49ers got the ball. But, dude, I'm just going to turn this TV off. I'm sorry. Terribly sorry. I'm over here now. DirecTV, we're done. It's over. Absolutely over between us. I know I'm being ignored because iRiver PNW now. I don't know what PNW, but still we have a 14-win season. I don't know if there's a 14-win season out there, but we'll see. Do we have a delay a game on the 49ers? We do. We got to delay a game. This Bradley guy. Damon, do you have time travel? Do you have DirecTV or the DirecTV stream? No, it's DirecTV. There's a dish on the roof, and it is useless. All right, 2nd and 10. Bradley dropping back. He got his 3 seconds. He launches one, and that is an interception. That's an interception. When Bradley's like, no, that wasn't an interception. No, that looked like an interception. Flag on the play. Hold on. Bradley was right. His instincts are undeniable. What are they saying? Face mask? There's no pass interference. By the way, that was a under pop, lollipop, rag arm throw if I've ever seen one. And here's the thing. Bradley doesn't have a rag arm, but that's not impressive. Oh, geez, over here, now I got a laptop that's ready to give way. Low battery, super duper. Is it me or is this the longest third quarter you've ever experienced in your entire life? And we still got 8 minutes and 31 seconds in it. Bradley with a pitch back to Kiner. Flag on the play once again. We have reached the flag on the play portion of this game. You got backups and a whole bunch ain't going to make it's out there right now. There will be flags. So Bradley's going to be looking at 1st and 15 here. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the box score up here. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to move this down here so I can take a look. The good news is the Giants only managed 2 runs tonight and lost this afternoon. How's Pat Burrell still the Giants hitting coach? Seriously. I mean, what the hell are you waiting for before you say everything we're seeing out of this lineup is pathetic almost every day? Let's bring in someone else to do it. All right, so the Niners have improved their situation to 2nd and 5. Congratulations to all involved. Let's see what we got here. Bradley looks back, throws one. Complete pass. I believe we're talking first down, and that was Isaiah Hodgins with the reception. Goes on the Carter Bradley highlight reel right there. Out of a 2-back set, Jalen Mahoney. No, Jalen Mahoney is not 30. Amir Abdullah. Again, we got double 38s. Double 38s. Amir Abdullah carried that for a handful of yards. Not a lot of push along the right side of the offensive line. That's going to bring up 3rd and short. No. Technology is amazing. Damon Bruce, Bay Area Sport Media Gem. Shout out those member berries. Oh, I remember. No. Thank you very much for watching, man. Great to have you here. All right, 3rd and 2. What do you got for me, 49er offense? What are you going to do? You're on the outside of the red zone. Looks like a first down by Amir Abdullah was picked up there. This might be one of those. They're going, oh, no, wait a minute. Amir Abdullah fumbled the ball. The Denver Broncos got it. Oh, Denver Broncos got to now run to the opposite end zone and celebrate. Amir Abdullah is down. After the shame of fumbling, you look at it this way. He either is hurt or he's pretending to be hurt. And either way, he fumbled the ball and his name's Amir Abdullah. That means you ain't going to be here much longer, Amir. They're taking a look at him. We got trainers on the field. Nobody likes a fumbler. I don't like a fumbler. I know you don't like a fumbler either. That's a fumble. A lot of these guys are making John Lynch's job easy for him. Rob D. He sprained his pride. Hey, I hope he's okay, because he's going to have to be auditioning for another team soon. So, Retro Gamer 07, he's saying, not good for a first preseason game. I'm going to tell you this. If the Niners get out of this with no major injuries, this was a fine first preseason game. But I hear what you're saying. Outside of the opening drive, didn't see anything from this offense. Outside of a Chase Lucas blitz, didn't see that much from this defense. Junior Bergen had a nice punt return. And not a lot of compliments to be thrown around. Not a lot of compliments to be thrown around here. I haven't watched enough yet, William, to tell you that Moss looked good. I saw him look good on one block where they replayed it and showed him doing a really nice cut down block. And I'm not here to render judgment on Drew Moss until I rewatch this game. And I will do that. I'm sick enough to actually rewatch this game at some point tomorrow, make a whole bunch of notes, and then we'll be back on Monday with a vengeance, either with a wake up for you, or hopefully you plan on joining me right here on the Plus for our weekday shows Monday through Friday, live at 11 a.m. West Coast time. And hopefully you plan on being here all season long for our live watch parties. And hopefully you plan on liking and subscribing because we want to get to 50,000 subs by the bye week. Luckily, it's a late bye week. All right, so what was a drive that brought the 49ers to just outside the red zone is now Denver Bronco football. That pass was out of bounds, by the way. That was caught out of bounds, but this might be offsides on the 49ers. Yeah, it looked like somebody jumped. So offsides on Hector. Bruce Hector. He's not on the team. So that sets up a 1st and 5. Little handoff and a run right up the middle. We got missed tackles. We got arm tackles. And that was an inglorious snap for the 49ers' 4th string defense. Valdez has not done much. I don't even know if Valdez is out there right now. Got Nick Martin out there right now. Alfred Collins is drawing double. No, excuse me. That wasn't Alfred Collins. Alfred Collins didn't draw a double team right there. Yeah, we're in junk time here, boys and girls. First downs picked up by the Denver Broncos. Again, just 8 for the 49ers, who have not done much moving the ball. Again, they've been outscored 20-0 since taking a 9-0 lead early in this game. That was a nice stick. That was a nice hit. Who comes up and makes this hit? Let me see this replay. Oh. There was Chase Lucas again. No. Yeah, it was Chase Lucas again. Chase Lucas is having himself a good game. Embrace the suck this week. Better luck next week, Kenny. Probably good advice. Probably good advice. Your theory is as good as anyone. My theory is that Shanahan thinks he can get away with not having a good offensive line by his schemes despite losing a few Super Bowls because of it. And let me just tell you right now, you cannot substitute the importance of an offensive line. If Kyle Shanahan ever said into a microphone, offensive line is just not a priority for me, he should be fired immediately. And based on some of the drafting that he's done, this is an argument that, no one is the right head coach forever. Kyle has deserved yet another bite at this apple. I really do believe he's a smart head coach, but the way that this team has been constructed is leaving some head scratches. I mean, it is. Last year's postseason was a blinking neon light that trench warfare is the only war you should be worried about in football. Trench warfare is where games are won and lost. And then I just thought that the 49ers were losing on both sides of the line of scrimmage way too often. Now, look, they did really put an awful lot of draft capital in that defensive line, and we'll see if it pays off. It damn well better for this season to go well. Rookie Nick Martin making tackles, looking good. Again, it's impossible to say the 49ers defense is looking good, but individual flashpoints is really all you're going to be looking for here. That screen was played well for a minute and then poorly with guys just reaching. We got a flag on the play. Maybe that'll bail the 49ers out, and if it doesn't, it's going to be first and goal. Oh, no, illegal. What do we got? Ineligible man downfield? Yep. Broncos are cheating. Broncos are cheating. "100% agree on these trenches. Nobody's buying the O-line crap that Kyle and John are selling." Well, here's the thing. You know who's really not buying it? Opposing teams. Again, if you got Colton McKivitz on one side, Trent Williams on the other side, Dominic Pooney, I think you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be okay. The minute you're missing McKivitz or Trent Williams, this team will be in jeopardy. Absolute jeopardy. Stone Blanton out there wearing number 50. I've seen Stone Blanton turned around a few times in training camp. He's had a couple of impressive practices. I was not there for them. Valen says Brendel is awful no matter how they try to spin it. I'm not arguing with you. 23 unanswered points by the Denver Broncos. After that field goal, it is 23-9. Yeah, no, look, Martin's not going to be starting, but, you know, the minute D. Winters goes down, he will be playing. I think Nick Martin is a guy that they took a little bit of a reach on in this last draft, but he has impressed. Nick Martin is, how about this? Of the rookies that I'm worried about, I really don't have Nick Martin on my worry about him list because I don't think he's going to be playing that much this year. And he looks like he has talent to be invested in. So I don't mind that Nick Martin pick. And he has done well in training camp. Jose, I heard he did good in training camp. I'm probably one of the ones who might have told you about that. 1 touchdown and a safety. Yeah, that's what you're looking at right there. In a weird way, 1 touchdown and a safety for that 9-point total isn't as satisfying as if Nick Moody had gone 3 for 3. Or excuse me, Jake Moody had gone 3 for 3, because I need to see Jake Moody go 3 for 3 in one of these preseason games. You know, a touchdown and a safety, that's great. I would have rather seen the 3 field goals. Well, and this is the question here too. Can they give Mordecai a run, please? Yeah, seriously. I don't think I need to see Carter Bradley play much more football. Certainly not tonight. I'm not saying that this young man's career is over, but he sure looks like the son of an assistant coach. Give me Tanner Mordecai. I'd rather Tanner Mordecai suck than this guy suck, because at least Tanner Mordecai earned his way onto this roster. I can't think Bradley really did. Martin's fast and athletic. He just needs to get tougher. The game needs to slow down for him mentally. That's a race that every single rookie is really running. You're trying to learn as much as you can, get as comfortable as you can before your body starts breaking down. And I will say this, Martin, for a minute there, was a tackling machine in college, less so afterwards when he got hurt for a year. But we'll see. By the way, you know what also is just completely uninspired and boring and has done nothing for me is the new kickoff, the dynamic kickoff. It hasn't provided much dynamic anything as far as I'm concerned. I would go back to old kickoffs, but old kickoffs were a little bit more dangerous. It's football. All of it's dangerous. What are we kidding each other? Yeah, I just saw that picture of Trent sitting there. He's going incognito. He had hood up, sunglasses on. I will say this though: the minute that he stands up, he's very hard to hide. Trent Williams is a large large human being. Tanner Mordecai is now in this game, I believe. All right, we'll watch a little Tanner Mordecai. Hey, Keyshawn Vaughn is in the game. Again, this is what's kind of nuts to me. Keyshawn Vaughn was signed today, and he's out there running plays. Somebody said, Valen, no Upton Stout. Upton Stout got the veteran treatment. Upton Stout got the you ain't playing, which means he's playing great. The 49ers have confidence in him being the guy. And I got to tell you, Upton Stout is a dog. He really is. Ooh, little hospital ball thrown up there to Junior Bergen. That ball went way off his hands. That could have gone right into the hands of a Denver Bronco, but luckily fell to the earth without an interception. But that is how you throw interceptions right there, Tanner Mordecai. Look out. Junior Bergen trying not to line up off sides. It is 3rd and 6. Tanner Mordecai, if you want to stay in this game and keep this drive going, you got to do something right here. Incomplete pass. Unimpressive. Through wide of Robbie Chosen. Hey, Barry. How'd the starters do? The starters didn't even play tonight here, Barry. This has been all Scribinos basically from the get-go. And Barry, there are some problems along the depth, but no problems with starters because nobody who is really important has played in this game. But it's always good to see you, Barry. Say hello to Mary. And there you go. That's not Tanner. Is it still Bradley out there? Oh, it is Carter. Excuse me. That's an overthrow. Dude, this guy sucks. For a minute there, I thought that was Mordecai, because didn't Mordecai change numbers and flip numbers around? Total overthrow. He was looking for Hodgins. Yeah, this is still Bradley. Again, Mordecai was wearing 14. Now Bradley's wearing 14. I don't know if Mordecai even got dressed for this game. I thought that they brought him back and signed him and dressed him tonight. I got to watch this guy the rest of the way? Great. Yeah, Watkins on a little handoff, little end around, little Debo package. He did with it about as much as Debo was doing at the end there, which is to say not very much. Yeah, this look at it this way. The word nepotism has been used several times in that press box already tonight watching this. You know, a little nepotism isn't bad in sports. The nice thing is sports handles nepotism very, very well. Sports isn't here to have any nepo baby have a long career. You might get a first bite at the apple you don't deserve, but you're not going to be invited to come on back and keep munching on an apple you don't deserve to be eating on. Sports does find its own equal footing. Oh, there's the guy with the blinged out hat again, the blinged out Niners chain. They're already touting 49ers Raiders Allegiant Stadium, boys and girls. Come to the big Roomba in the desert, and we will see you there next Saturday, 1 o'clock West Coast time. That's when the 49ers are going to be back at it again. Believe me, we will have this TV up here fixed. You're not going to be spending your entire night looking into my right ear. We're very happy to have over 230 of you in the room right now. I'll tell you what got really exciting in the regular season last year was how often this room would get up to about 1,000 people during these live streams. And that's exciting. We don't put 1,000 people in the room very often. And I'm looking forward to doing that once again. I'm going to ask you to hit subscribe. If you are here and new, that would mean an awful lot. You hit that like button too, please. And I hope you plan on being here this season with yours truly. I promise, will be more entertaining than some of these games will be, especially if you have to watch Austin Pleasant's block for anyone. Or Spencer Burford block for anybody. Yeah, it wasn't Mordecai. Was not Mordecai. But I do want 50,000 subs by the bye week, and I'm going to need you to help me get there. You got friends who are football fans? Tell them about this channel. Tell them to check it out. It'd mean a lot to me. There is no better advertising than word-of-mouth advertising. So thank you all very, very much for being here. It means a lot. Oh, we got a Monster Jam coming. Yay. Gravedigger. It's coming to SAP Center. It's coming to Oakland Arena. Joe Lacob's like, not in Chase Center. What are you kidding me? Now you got this 1-800-GOT-JUNK guy walking around talking into his banana. Who thought is the banana such a sight gag? It's got to be great. What's going on? Craig's Kitchen. Good to see you. He's an OG. Uh-oh. Austin, unpleasant. Oh, boy. Austin, not pleasant to watch. Yeah, I mean, it works in. It's just easy. Rob D, I subscribe for the commercial play-by-play alone. Again, I need Beyonce back in the laundromat. Beyonce at the laundromat has been the most entertaining part of this broadcast. Let's not lie. Beyonce brought her starter ass to that commercial. She didn't bring the backup. The Heavenly Father above has delivered us to the fourth quarter. The 49ers' first play of the fourth quarter will be a punt that looks like it kind of got off slowly there, a lot of air underneath it. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 18-yard line. Derek Canteen in this game. Another name that a lot of people are not familiar with. He's actually looked pretty good at times during training camp. Canteen has had his name flash in positive ways down in Santa Clara. Let's see what happens here. All right, we got a casino telling you that they put gold leaf on their molten lava cakes. You can come up to Napa. Oh, Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek. Is that the one with the winner? Or was that the Livermore Casino? The winner. Remember her? Old Warriors commercials? Retro Gamer saying, I'm done with this pathetic game. Let me tell you, I'm not too far away. Your wife was the most important and most impressive part of this telecast. My wife is, quite honestly, the most impressive part of my entire life. Like, if anyone ever said, Damon, can you offer me proof of success? I can't show you my career anymore. I would just be like, look at her. She's pretty smart. She chose this. It's got to be worth something. I'm very, very lucky. There's no doubt about that. I think Jedi has just summed up this game perfectly. Bruh. Yeah. Oh, Jake Moody's out there, but he is not, Jake Moody is not out there kicking field goals because the 49ers haven't gotten the ball over the 50 except for once, and that's when they fumble. Christopher Damon, is this maximum football? Christopher, if you have to ask, clearly it isn't. If you have to ask, clearly it isn't. We are not at maximum football. But thanks for trying to speak it into existence. Is Mordecai any good? We don't know yet. That's definitely not how you spell his name. I'd like to see him out here because the one thing I'm sure of is that Carter Bradley is awful. Like, you could pull a dude out of the stands to do what he's done tonight. Let me see what his box score is. What are we looking at for Carter Bradley here? What are we looking at? He is 6 for 14 for 32 yards. By the way, Bo Nix was only 6 for 11 for 31 yards. Now Brock Purdy's talking to Vern Glenn. Vern Glenn clearly standing on a box of apples. Vern Glenn couldn't meet Brock Purdy's eye gaze at the same level unless they were going up an escalator and down an escalator at the same time. Vern, not big. Oh, JP, look at this. I got my vasectomy scheduled next week. I should have scheduled it for NFL week 1. Preseason football can be brutal to watch. Snip, snip. Look at it this way. It's cut down day for everybody. Cut down day. See, that's a dick joke and a football joke. Look at Brock. Do you even think Brock needs to shave? He looks like one of those he needs to shave once a month guys. All right. Now we just got zero chance of making the roster out there playing. We got overthrows and underthrows, and they're probably how about this? What is the over-under on completed passes in the fourth quarter for both teams? I'll set it at 7.5, and I'll take the under. Broncos going to be punting here. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see who's back taking this kick. Is this Junior Bergen again? I don't know. Why was Junior Bergen waving that off? Why did like fair catch that? It looked like he had an awful lot of room around him. There was a flag on the play, though, so maybe he just saw something funny going on in front of him and said, just get out of the way. Again, flag on the play, flag on the play. You got a whole bunch of backups and guys who ain't going to make the roster. Lots of mistakes are built into this fourth quarter. Flag on the play. I'd like to see the 49ers offense do a little something over here. And if it's Tanner Mordecai, if it's a random fan selected from section 406, I really don't give a shit. Just get enough of Bradley. Enough of Bradley. I'd rather see Bradley Cooper come on out and play for the 49ers at this point. Loner Incognito also. Damon, hopefully we see you at the Dubliner this season. The Dubliner West Portal, I will be there at some point this year, I promise you. Probably not during a Niner game, though, because I got to be doing this. We're going to be doing this for each and every 49ers game this season. But we will have another Plus Mania, and I still trying to coordinate maybe a day at the ballpark with the Dubliner and group tickets, and we're all going out to a Giants game together. We haven't scrapped that idea. We're just having trouble putting it together. Craig's Kitchen says, hey, man, don't forget Mac Jones got 7. He did. Mac Jones led this team on an opening drive that went for a touchdown, and then this offense hasn't even moved an emotion, much less the football since. Let me go ahead and share a screen with you here. Let's check this out. Let's grow this a little bit. Not interested in what the Broncos are doing. Niners only. Look at that. Again, Mac Jones had a 50-yard completion to Jordan Watkins. Without a doubt, the offensive highlight of the game, but he still also threw an interception and was sacked twice. He was sacked twice because the protection that he was getting from both of his tackles was atrocious. Carter Bradley, 6 for 14, 32 yards, an interception. Look at that average, 2.3. That means I'm afraid to throw the football. Corey Kiner, 7 carries, 34 yards. You know, the average is fine. Amir Abdullah, again, he fumbled, so I don't care what he's done in this game. He fumbled. Goodbye. Patrick Taylor, Jr., 5 carries, 7 yards. That's awful. That's, you know, it's not a great night for the 49ers offense, no matter how you want to try to grade it on a curve. It has been unimpressive since the opening drive. Let's not try to sugarcoat it. Damon, you and I are both married to Cal alumni. We're forever the least impressive of our respective couples. You know, I mean, Jillian would definitely want to say that, but she's more impressive than I based on a whole bunch of things, not where you went to college. I don't care how great of a university Cal claims to be. You can go to Cal and be a total dipshit of your life, or go to Indiana and be cool. Dude, Indiana's a better college than Cal. I don't give a shit. Go Hoosiers. Look at it this way. I had more fun. Tanner Mordecai's in the game, everybody. Here he is. It's right. He's wearing number 4 now. Tanner Mordecai, rocking numero cuatro. Thank God I got tech support, though. Thank God. Tanner Mordecai, little Corey Kiner handoff. Okay, Corey Kiner. By the way, Corey Kiner, it's been okay. He does not remind me of Emmitt Smith. Not yet, anyways. It's early. As Rob D wants you to know, it's preseason. It is preseason. Oh, Mordecai. Oh, my God. Tanner Mordecai just dropped the football on a bootleg. Just came out of his hand before any contact. Look at this. He did like a pump fake, and the ball came out of his hand. Tanner. Jeez. What was that? Carter Bradley sucks. Kevin, you're right about that. Tanner Mordecai looks like he might suck too. This is a huge Brock Purdy, Mac Jones don't get hurt development, if you ask me. It's now 3rd and 19. And Tanner Mordecai takes off and runs it up the middle, almost picks up the first down. It's going to be about 4th and 3. And you know what? Go for it. Don't punt the ball again. Go for it. 11 minutes remaining in a game that only sycophants are still watching. We're sick over here, so thank you for being a part of it. 4th and 4. 4th and 4. Tanner Mordecai's wearing number 4. He's the 4th string quarterback. The numbers and the stars are aligning. Lollipop throw, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That was terrible. Holy shit. That was terrible. Like, what did Kubiak think that play was going to do? 49ers offense is an absolute disgrace since the opening drive of this game. Everything that the 49ers offense has done since the opening drive of this game has been awful. You know, even with backups, even with grading on a curve, even with the admission, Beyonce is putting her pants in the Beyonce. Look at those butt cheeks. Oh my God. She bends over to you. She wants to give it to you. Look at that. Titties popping. Ass popping. All right, Beyonce. Here's everything you need to know. Chase Lucas played well. Junior Bergen had a decent punt return. That's kind of the beginning and end of it. It really is. Thank God we had the Beyonce laundromat commercial. Cheers, Ploozers. Sip of the evening to you, and good night. You know what, Barry? Based on the fact that I'm still watching this, I think it's time for another sip of whiskey for me, too. It is a Saturday night, after all. Man. Now, Rob, you're right. We're not going to be overreacting. We are not overreacting, but we are going to frame things properly. It is proper to frame this as but for one drive and 2 or 3 individual plays, the 49ers have not appointed themselves well tonight. But Denver this, Denver that, first string this, second string that, third string this, that's it. Sure. Kind of a bad night. And just to rub it all in, RT wants you to know that the Giants can't hit. Look at it this way. The Giants couldn't even slap Beyonce's ass as she was bending over into that laundry machine. They would miss it. Oh, there's no doubt about this, Anthony. I mean, this we're talking about what matters in college. It's not even close. Not even close. You know, you think, oh, Cal, a whole bunch of girls from California. Oh, yeah. No, we got better looking blondes in the state of Indiana than we have up here in Northern California. But luckily, I met one very attractive blonde girl who went to Cal. All right, I'm way behind here on, here we go. Joseph Fernberg. I'm sure this will be happy. We can't pretend that Brock would be doing any better. Oh, yes, we can. Joseph Fernberg, I can guarantee you, and you can bet the life of your children on it, that Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than this Carter Bradley guy. Stop it. Stop it. Whiskey does nothing for me. I drink half a bottle. I feel completely sober. Well, that might be the fault of this game too. This game is a sobering game. Now the Denver Broncos have the equivalent of a jugs machine in a quarterback. Let's see if he can throw the ball. Jugs machine nearly throws a touchdown. He's already better than all 49er backup quarterbacks combined. Just kidding. No, this is hardly the 92 Cowboys O-line. I wouldn't say horrible right now, B. Lauren, but it's not great. The depth of the 49ers offensive line is not so spectacular that I'm going to run upstairs and tell my kids about it. Oh, this is good news. Dakota Martinez wants to know that the Damon Bruce at Ike's was the bomb. Of course I am. Thank you very much. I mean, first of all, my fingerprints are all over that sandwich. You're not going to get a bad sandwich from me. You know, they say, like, don't trust a thin chef. Don't trust a bald barber. Look at this guy. Look at this belly. We got at least a solid A+ cup going on here. There's, this man knows sandwiches. The sandwich that I'm going to put in the world was not going to be anything other than glorious. So I'm glad that you like it. Ike is a 49er fan. Absolutely, Joseph. Yes, he is. Ike is a 49ers fan. Onion ring Sammy, you know it, baby. Dude, you want a little crunch on those? Yes, they are. Jackie D. Is that an onion ring? Those are onion rings, Jackie. Yes. Japanese sumo wrestlers would block better than this 49ers offensive line. They'd be faster and lighter on their feet than what Austin Pleasance and Spencer Burford showed us. I would also say that Japanese sumo wrestlers would be better quarterbacks than Bradley has shown us this night. All right, 4th and 6. They're going to let the jugs machine run a play on 4th and 6. They're done kicking field goals. They're running plays. Sean Payton's like, fuck it, let's play football. That is going to be short 49ers ball. Let's go. Hey, you went to high school with Ike. Anthony, how about that? Dane, I'm so sorry. They do not deliver to Montana. But you realize that when you move to the state of Montana, you're basically tapping out of normal society as it is, which I'm guessing is probably half the reason why you did that. So I'm sorry. There does need to be like an Ike's and what is it? Montana? No, Cheyenne's, Wyoming. What's the Missoula? What's the big city in Montana? I know the big Montana is a sandwich at Arby's. Trey Brown with a good tackle right there. There you go. Put it on tape, Trey Brown. Billings, Montana. Thank you very much. Billings. I appreciate that, Dane. Helena. Shout out Helena. Ike's Wood Crush in the college town. Ike's. I told Ike, I said, you should just find every single Big Ten school and open in those just Big Ten schools, SEC schools, anywhere there's a college campus, Ike's will do well. No doubt it. All right, Corey Kiner with a strong run. Remember, there's not a lot out there blocking for Corey right now. We got Drew Moss still in this game. Corey Kiner has been one of the more impressive pieces of this evening. I will give Larry that. He still doesn't remind me of Emmitt Smith, but he does remind me of an NFL running back. And there are some guys out there in this game who don't really remind me of NFL players, Carter Bradley being chief among them. Tanner Mordecai with a little pump fake. Oh, little turnaround. Light on his feet. Tanner Mordecai and throws an interception. Holy shit. No. Did he? Oh, my God. Wave Tanner Mordecai on that play alone. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Tanner Moore, I wish I could show you this play right now. This is what I really want YouTube to do. I want YouTube to grant to content creators the right to show a highlight from a game, or in this case, a low light. Tanner Mordecai should never be allowed in a 49er uniform based on that one throw alone again. Good God. Kyle Shanahan's got to be like, what the fuck are we coaching Monday through Friday to where that happened? Again, Mordecai, what the hell? Now, did he get his toes down? Did he toe tap the sideline on an interception? Pickett. The guy's name who just made that pick is Pickett. How perfect is that? The fourth turnover this evening for the 49ers, who are so dedicated to making sure that they've done nothing but embarrass themselves since the opening drive. Dude, I might have to join Kruger tonight for this post-game show. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to eat a couple chocolate chip cookies, have a nice little glass of milk with all that. Darrell Luter Jr. just got dumped. It looked like he fell down right on his butt. He's okay. Cynthia, Tanner Mordecai is making a big difference. Better than Bradley. No. No, they've both been equally freaking atrocious. Good God. All right, 3rd and 9 for the Denver Broncos. From midfield. Dump off underneath. Oh, my God. Terrible tackling. Terrible just sizing up a guy. Terrible strafing right there. No one cloaked in glory on that play wearing a 49er uniform. That was just bad. That was bad. You had 3 dudes come on in and knock themselves off like they were bowling pins. Oh, it's straight up yakety sacks out there right now. We got the Benny Hill game, man. This is the Benny Hill Bowl. We got flags. We got interceptions. We got overthrows. We got underthrows. We had Beyonce's underpants. Better than any of this. Beyonce's underpants. Better than this. That was Valdez putting a little pressure on, wasn't it? I thought I saw 55 too. Thank you. Tobin, just tuning in. Looks like a shit show. Anything to add? Yeah, you summed it up pretty well. This was not great. Dane, thank you. Love the pod, but got to get out of here. Oh, I get it. Anyone who wants to leave right now, you have my full permission to go about your evening. There's nothing left here for us but pain and suffering. I mean, the way I see it, there's only 5 minutes left in the game. Might as well still go. Chase Lucas has played his way onto this team. I would agree with you. Chase Lucas looked good tonight. Oh, we got a fumble. We got the 49ers recovering a fumble. No, maybe not. No, knockdown. Oh, that ball's built to bounce funny, and it did bounce funny. It looked like it squirted off of 3 different 49ers. It's a joke. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. Wait, I turned this TV back on, and this TV. I'm sorry. Oh, a near interception. That wasn't. All right. So here's what we've learned. We've learned that Beyonce looks good in underpants. We've learned that I am breaking up with DirecTV. We've learned that we're going to be doing this live stream for every single 49ers game. So I hope you've hit like, subscribe, and notify. So you are going to be here with us throughout the year. It would be great to even have you back here next Saturday at 1 o'clock for 49ers and Raiders, because we'll do this shit again. Why wouldn't we? Someone's like, Beyonce is washed, bro. Beyonce doing the washing in this is no, there's nothing washed about that woman in that commercial that we saw for the first time tonight. I mean, I don't know if we can attach beast mode to anyone here, Drew, but he's looking good. Well, of course we will be there. I'm glad. Thank you, Dollar Bills. I'm glad that you're going to be here. I'm enjoying my Goose Island tropical beer hugs tonight. Oh, look at that. Look, Goose Island. That's a good beer. It's a good brew. Mac threw interceptions. Mac Jones is trash as well. Bro, stop it. No, yeah, look, I'm not here to tell you that Mac Jones is ultra impressive tonight, but at least he led this team to its only score. He threw a nice ball to Jordan Watkins. I'll give him that much. The one nice ball I saw come out of a 49er tonight came from Mac Jones. Here's the thing. Burford will not be cut. How are you going to replace a guy when there's no one out there really left to replace him with? Again, upgrading from Burford, the only way to have done that was in free agency or the draft. It's too late now. You are wed to Spencer Burford is Trent Williams' replacement. Should something happen to Trent Williams. There's no changing that. There's no getting off that track. That's happening. And it ain't great. It ain't great. 4 turnovers from the 49ers tonight. Jack coming in with a very generous super. Thank you so much, Jack. Sipping on some scotch. Shout out from Atlanta. Loving the content. Jack, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you being here. Getting a little late on that East Coast. We have another Denver Bronco touchdown. Guy named Priestcorn. Who got burnt on this one? I mean, we're talking wide open right there. When Nick Martin came over to make a tackle, but couldn't get to him before the line. All right. So 30 unanswered points from the Denver Broncos. No, by the way, I'm going to shut this down right here, Spy versus Spy. Nick Martin doesn't suck. Nick Martin's got an awful lot of potential. This is his first NFL game. He's missed a couple of tackles for sure, but that wasn't a Nick Martin blew that level. I got to watch you all 22 before I can say that. But Nick Martin's going to be a decent NFL player. I really think that. I think that they did not waste a draft pick on Nick Martin. I don't think so. I noticed that they've had CJ West out of this game for a long time, and rightfully so, because he's a week 1 starter in Seattle. Yeah, giving up 30 points is not good when Robert Saleh is back in the room. Backups are not. I mean, that's the thing. You're playing backups too. It's not just, we're giving up 30 because we got backups out there. The Denver Broncos got backups out there too. And the Denver Broncos have moved the ball with their backups in a way that the 49ers offense could only imagine. Again, let's go back here and take a look at team stats, shall we? Let's take a look at team stats in this game right now. 20 first downs. Third down efficiency for the 49ers, 1 for 11. Look at that. Look at that. That is pathetic. I don't care who's out there playing for you. I don't care what week it is. I don't care preseason, postseason, no season. 1 for 11 on third down is dog shit. They've only gotten 50 plays off, nearly 20 more plays, nearly 270 or 170 more yards. 4 yards per play. Not great. Look at that time of possession. Look at that time of possession right there. 49ers couldn't even hold on to the ball. Well, that's what happens when you're 1 for 11 on third. 1 for 11 on third down. Fuck everybody. All right, let's see if Tanner Mordecai can play himself directly to SFO here right now. Nearly threw another interception. I mean, look, by the way, Tanner Mordecai's face has got "get me out of here" written all over it. That, the eyes don't lie. He sucks. No more talk about Tanner Mordecai. Next time I'm on an air, next time I'm doing a show with Larry Krueger, and if he says anything nice about Tanner Mordecai, I'm going to just drop out of the show. I'm going to be like, I'm out of here, Larry. You're high. Believe me, Larry will not have anything nice to say about Tanner Mordecai after this one. Tanner Mordecai was a better idea than he is an actual football player. Little screen to Jordan Watkins. Again, screen passes are the only passes that any backup quarterback has even come close to completing for the 49ers. There is no downfield, nothing from none of these guys. Oh, good, another timeout. Let's just prolong this shit as long as we can. No, look, you're totally right here. I mean, all you need to know about the preseason is Mike Singletary went 3-0. I mean, the preseason is a weird situation, but a lack of depth is screaming based on what we've seen here. And it could get better. It's still very early in the year. That is off. That's obvious. But there's no way you can walk from this game. There's no way you can walk away. There's no way Kyle Shanahan can go home and sleep well tonight. You can't sleep well tonight after this game, no matter what the circumstances were, what the excuses were, who didn't play. That none of that matters. You got a football team that you've been coaching for 3 weeks, and the training camp, anyways, for the last however long it's been going on. To roll out with this, after everyone insists that one-on-one, you got your asses kicked in that joint practice. It's been a rough 48 hours for the 49ers, 48, 72 hours. It's not great. Just not great. Bruh, relax. We always lose in preseason games. Check the history. I mean, sure, great. Great. I'm not worried about history. I'm worried about tonight. And tonight, this team did not look good. To pretend they look good just to satisfy you is something I'm not going to do. I'm not saying that this is an indication that the year is going to be a bad year, but tonight, in the vacuum of 60 minutes of football, the 49ers were the inferior football team in a game they played at home. Full stop. That's correct. What I just told you is provably, easily provable in a lab with beakers and Bunsen burners and all that shit. I can prove to you that the Niners were the inferior football team tonight. Now, a lot of people said, well, they're going to be the inferior football team to the Denver Broncos. A lot of people think the Denver Broncos might be going to the Super Bowl. This isn't going to prevent people from thinking the Denver Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. The Denver Broncos' depth looks a million times better than the 49ers' depth, period. And I'm not going to argue with you here, Tobin. Spencer Burford. It feels like there's a regression. Again, appreciate all the comments. Appreciate everyone who's sticking around for the end of this one. God bless you. Seriously. Chase Lucas looks decent. I'll give you that. Chase Lucas looks decent. All things to be considered, I got to be honest with you. I thought that Mac Jones, in spite of the interception, for a minute, looked decent. Corey Kiner, decent. Jordan Watkins, decent. No real, defensive standouts, though. Sebastian Valdez, decent. I can't say a young defensive lineman really did an awful lot to take this game over. We saw some nice push for sure from CJ West, but CJ West, it feels like he was pulled out of this game because they've already determined he's better than anybody. You would just go. Yeah, no moral victories in this one. Top heavy roster, no depth, questionable depth for sure. And here's the thing: if the top stays healthy, this year can be great. But health is not an option. Specifically, offensive line helped because we saw both Burford and Austin Pleasance play like turnstiles tonight. Seriously. They look slow and ill-equipped. I will give you this. CJ West splitting some doubles. I thought I saw that too. But again, I got to rewatch this before I can definitively tell you what he did, how he looked. $30 unanswered Denver Bronco points this evening. 30. Again, that's just a bad stretch of football. Giving up 30 unanswered under any scenario, not good. This was embarrassing. No, I mean, I'm not going to even argue with you, Kevin. It wasn't great. Wasn't complimentary. Wasn't reassuring. There's no doubt. If there's one thing we definitely know, you're right about the 1-420, is that the coach's son, Bradley, sucks. I mean, out loud. He is not good. Not good at all. Now we get to hear all the football cliches from the coaches and players as to why this happened. I mean, yeah, you'll get some of them. And look, it's a long season. They want to protect those and theirs. But yeah, there's no compliments to really be handed out. But for one or two or three, maybe four players, collectively, bad night. Collectively, bad night. And I hate, look, we got oomptastic. Dame, a lot of these guys won't even be on the roster. Here's the thing. I get it, but they were tonight. And tonight was awful. So whether they're going to be here tomorrow or not doesn't matter to tonight. Evaluating tonight, what we've seen tonight, based on how ready they were to go and compete tonight against a whole bunch of guys who, by the way, ain't going to be on the Denver Broncos roster either. Not good. There was no indication that the 49ers were the better team. Not even close. Wayne, thank you so much for becoming a member tonight. And thank you for being a part of this. Oh, dude, I'm totally relaxed. But what I'm doing is telling you what just happened. And what just happened was the football equivalent on any level. You're like grading it against a regular season game, grading it against preseason and what's supposed to happen. I've seen bad preseason games better than this. This is among the worst preseason football games I can remember for the 49ers. They physically didn't play well. They tactically didn't play well. The execution is questionable. Carter Bradley should never be allowed. She shouldn't even be allowed to take a shower tonight. Like, he should have to go home. If I'm Gus Bradley, I make Carter Bradley ride home in the back seat of the car. He was awful. Stockton slapped 209. You guys let Schroeder go, and he was fire on the Rams. Yeah, dude, I don't know why they did that. Stop drinking. I could drink this entire bottle and you under the table and sound more sober than anybody who's actually sober. So just don't even say that this is, I've taken 2 sips of whiskey and I'm overreacting. They were not good tonight. If you think that the 49ers did well, really in any way, shape, or form tonight, you're choking on the dong, okay? You are just sucking on it. Like, sometimes to be, to have credibility, you have to stop pretending. Like, I do not, and I really hope for Dave Lombardi, he is not going to try to attempt to write some flowery that went well for really anybody article. Again, Chase Lucas was okay. Few guys defensively, I'm going to have to rewind. Maybe we can find a couple more defensive okays. A handful, the smallest of handful of offensive okays. But mostly savagely unimpressive. Nick Martin, slow and lost. I mean, I don't know. I got to rewatch it again. Sometimes I got caught watching a TV that wasn't even working here tonight. But that wasn't great. That wasn't great at all. And look, we're not going to sit around here and just kick a dog while it's down, because here is the truth too. Let me wrap up with a little bit of truth. Guess what? Nothing you watch tonight really matters, other than some guys are going to go forward on this roster and some guys are going to be asked to leave this roster. We did not see a millisecond of any player that I would deem is important to this year. No Niner who will be asked to do a fucking thing, basically, other than a little Demarcus Robinson who got out there and maybe a little Jordan Watkins, but no real Niner on this team who will be asked to do anything of import week 1 in Seattle played tonight. So yes, all of that is true. No preseason result matters at all when the green flag drops on the regular season. None of this matters. I would have been happy with a 100-0 defeat that left everybody healthy. That's not true. You don't want to lose 100-0. But the good news is nobody was seriously hurt tonight. And that's about the end of the good news. Really. I mean, that's it. The good news is nobody was carted off the field this evening. The rest of the good news is a stretching of truth. This was not good. It doesn't mean the season's over. As a matter of fact, the season hasn't even begun. But for a whole bunch of guys who've been working hard to get to this point and look halfway decent at times, it's a fail. It's a fail. And the fact that they have said goodbye to anyone to bring in Carter Bradley, and then, you know, like there's anything there. There's nothing there. There is nothing there with Carter Bradley other than he's Gus's son. Awful. Crush that bottle, Damon. Jack, I'm not gonna crush the bottle, but thank you. Indica rules. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going sativa at this point, 420. I think indica is going to be the way to go this evening. I think we all just need to calm down, and that'll be that. Congratulations, the team got out of this game basically healthy. That's it. Chase Lucas, I saw you on a blitz. Junior Bergen, I saw you on a punt return. Sebastian Valdez, I think I saw you a little bit tonight. CJ West, you pushed a pocket. Happy to see that. That's about it. You know, there's not a long list of things that looked really good tonight. Not even close. Not even close. But that's it, kids. That's it. We certainly don't have to take this to 3.5 hours. We're about 3 hours and 15 minutes into this live stream, and I just want to say to all of you, thank you for being here. This is just the very first of many broadcasts that we will have in live streams in-game all year long. Let me tell you how we're going to get better. We're going to kick DirecTV the hell out of this house to never be seen again, and I guess I am going YouTube TV the rest of the way. I'm not going to Comcast, that's for sure. The Rams are deep this year. We normally suck preseason. Again, what does that mean, though? You think, you hope. Again, games are like vacuums. And honestly, it's hard for two good weeks to be strung together in this league. It's hard for one half to correlate with another half sometimes. The 49ers came out looking and feeling good, went up 9-0, and then collectively, as a football team, decided to take the rest of the night off, and the Broncos scored 30 unanswered points. That wasn't great. That's why I got YouTube TV. Way to go. I think it might be. I think it might be the way to go. I watch for you, Dame. Thank you, Craigs. I appreciate that. Thanks to all of you for coming in here. 33 supers came in and through tonight. I really appreciate that. We did have a goal to get to 50, so we didn't even achieve our goals tonight. But you know what? It's the preseason, and none of this matters. Thanks so much one last time to all of you for watching. Thank you so much to Ike, and I'm going to encourage everyone who lives around an Ike in an Ike's delivery situation, sign up for that Love Rewards program. You start eating your way towards free sandwiches. You get drinks and chips. You get a free sandwich when you sign up for the very first time for the Love Rewards program, and hopefully you do. Again, this is the Kelsey Plum, by the way. Look at that. That looks like it's got some mozzarella sticks on it. It's got a little purple slaw. That looks good. No, those chicken fingers. I think those are chicken fingers. Those aren't mozz sticks. There's that's the Damon Bruce. They got a Jeremy Roenick that they just introduced in Phoenix. They can get it just about anywhere. But these sandwiches are just fantastic. Get yourself to Ike's. Get yourself to the Dubliner in West Portal. If you watch this game tonight and you are sitting at the Dubliner in West Portal, you are in the right place to order one more drink and just forget that this ever happened. We'll be rehashing it in some way, shape, or form, but let's not dwell in this. This is one of those burn the tape, forget about it. That was awful. Go home, get up, get out of bed. And maybe this is the most important thing. Guy Haberman did well in the booth tonight. Of course, I could have told you that. That was going to happen. Guy is such a good play-by-play broadcaster. I want to thank all of you for watching tonight. It does mean a lot to me that you spent some of your time here this evening. Thanks for the supers. Thanks to my sponsors. Thanks to Carter Bradley for making one cut very obvious and clear that the 49ers need to make almost immediately. But most of all, thanks to Jillian for coming in here and troubleshooting, trying to help us out. But most of all, thanks to that Beyonce Levi's commercial. She looks great in it. I mean, she's washed, she's overrated, whatever. In the vacuum of that commercial, Beyonce is still in the fast lane. Here's what I kind of also just like hate is you see a commercial, you kind of like it, and I can guarantee you by week 6 of the NFL season, you're going to be over it. Like remember the old Coors Light? Love Train, got a love train. Oh my God. I wanted All Temptations murdered by like week 8. I never wanted to hear that song again. They should bring back the twins, but you can't anymore because we live in a no fun world. Did any green dildos hit the WNBA court? Look at it this way. The green dildo that hit an WNBA court tonight, if there was one, had a better performance than most 49ers who played in this game. I don't think that that's very disputable. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for the supers. And please do remember that sports don't build character. They reveal it. And like that, he's gone.